Live from the back room of the world-famous Governor's Comedy Club in the heart of Levittown, Long Island, it's Put Up, Shut Up, and Stand Up with your host, the indemnifiable Don Sill.
Wow. Hey, everybody. Hey, welcome to Put Up, Shut Up, and Stand Up right here on GovsRadio.com, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Boxcast. This is the show where we take two comedians, put them head-to-head in a series of comedy competitions to see which one has what it takes and which one has what it ain't. I'm your host, Don Sill, and now let's meet tonight's judges. Tell all your friends about our first judge, who has been grinding it out on the circuit for years and has done everything from tour managing legendary emo bands to dealing cards and offering gambling tips to Spike TV's Casino Cinema. Currently, he is the host of the In Traffic podcast and also hosts Neil Reviews It on YouTube. He's not the bouncer, folks. He's a comedian. He is Neil Rubenstein, everybody. Yes.
Hey, Neil.
Welcome,
Hi.
Neil. Yes.
Hello, Internet.
Our next judge is award-winning film director, editor, writer, and producer. She has been instrumental in the development of television, film, and video. She's known for her feature films Nefarious, Honor Amongst Men, and Menagerie. God, I always mess up one word on every show. Her latest psychological thriller, The One, is scheduled to appear this year. Yes, she is the ginger with the creative heart of gold. She is Sarah Martin. What's up, Sarah?
What's up?
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
And our third judge is straight from the Knock 'em Dead radio show on Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. She is the engineer extraordinaire who likes to drop it like it's hot and then leave it there for someone else to pick up. She is Sally ONeil, everybody. And also, let's give a hand to our very own roasting specialist today. Andrew Dracula Plajanos is here. Andrew, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. I'm not going to be doing the roasting. My friend is going to be showing up a little later.
Dracula's coming in.
He'll be here.
He'll be flying in right now?
Perhaps.
Okay,
I hope
good.
his bat wings don't get too tired.
Now, are you excited for doing this tonight, for filling in for the Gagoots?
Yeah, and super nervous. So that's why I'm going back and forth.
It's big shoes to fill, and you know he's watching today with cannolis in hand and judging everything you do.
Well, one hand anyway. We know where the other one is.
True indeed, true indeed. Well, welcome, Andrew Plajanos, and thank you for coming in and
Thank
filling in
you
today.
very much.
We appreciate you, brother. And the Gagoots is enjoying himself over at a concert today with Dweezil Zappa. So that's always fun.
Really?
Yeah, Dweezil, I think, is performing somewhere. I don't know, but on Long Island somewhere.
Westbury?
I think maybe FPI might be that club. I don't know if we're allowed to mention all these clubs on here.
Not here.
But welcome, everyone, to the first episode of Season 2 of Pursusu. And thank you again for tuning in and kicking it off with these great comedians. And now let's meet them. Our first comedian is a retired school teacher who has been writing jokes and doing stand-up comedy for quite some time. She is a joke writer who writes one-liners and jokes for presentations, speeches, and stand-up comedy. Yes, she was born for comedy with her sharp wit, and it even says so in her name. She is Helene Witt, everyone.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
welcome, Helene. Our next comedian can be seen performing all around Long Island and New York, and even here in Gov's Little Room. He's a lifelong comedian disguised as an insurance and investment advisor. So see him after the show tonight for some advice on a 401k plan, and he'll help you out. He is Reyna, everyone. Welcome. How you guys doing tonight?
Doing great.
Before anyone starts, does anyone need help with their phones?
Oh, yes. We want
Yeah,
everyone
my
to
bill is
share
late.
away.
Could you pay my bill?
When you say help with your phone, what do you mean?
To post
share
it on
to-
Facebook if you want to share it on your own page.
I'd like to.
And all the
Oh, that's
folks at
yours,
home,
then.
too, watching, please share away as well to all your friends so we can just get as many people to watch the premiere of Season 2 right here at Govs Radio. And if you have any comments and Andy Plajanos feels they are deemed worthy to read on the air, he will do so. Right, Andy?
Absolutely. There's a lot of people shouting for Pasusu.
Yeah.
They all want Pasusu. They
Pasusu.
want a lot big Pasusu.
People like some people like the juicy Pasusus and other people just like it, nice and moist.
As long as it doesn't stink. I'm okay with any kind of
That's how I
Pasusu.
always view Pasusu, and tonight it will not stink. We have a great cast with us today, and everyone is now shared away, and we are ready to begin. So, for you guys, Rich, I know you were cursing me a little bit this week
Not were, am.
When you got the instructions. It's a lot of work. Were you anticipating this much work coming on the show?
No. No, but it was it was good. It was we'll see. I'm going to curse you anyway, but I mean it was good.
But this is a great method to at least get yourself writing jokes and get there writing and working on material.
Yes, I agree. No, it wasn't easy, which it shouldn't be, because otherwise, what would be the fun of having the show?
Right.
And but I liked it. I like the format.
Very
So
good.
we'll see what happens.
Are there any particular rounds you're looking forward to? Any that you're?
I'm looking forward to the beer at 901. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Now, Elaine, you are a joke writer. You've been writing jokes for some time. You've even written jokes for Joan Rivers, right?
Yeah, when she was alive.
Yeah, I would hope so.
I didn't kill her with my joke, positive or negative.
Now,
I've been a writer ever since she died. I've been
been writing for her. Yeah, once you
Killing
get-
it.
So, as a joke writer, what do you think about like the joke writing challenge and some of these premises that I handed you?
I think that I'm struck by the chiropractic display here. I have to say that first, and then I'll answer your question. I was excited to be here. I'm honored to be here, and I found them challenging, and we'll see how I do.
All right, I think you're going to do great. I think both of you are going to do great.
Yes, both of yous.
I'm a school teacher, so I must thank you,
Yes,
Neil,
my
for
grandma
correcting
is.
that.
Yeah. So now, a lot of comedy, as you guys know, especially you, Neil, you've been on the stand-up circuit, and you have people come in do auditions. Based on first impressions, when you first see the comedian, if the comedian first takes the stage, they're judged immediately as they're walking on, before they even say a joke. So when you take a look at these two, and just take a good look at this, like soak them in.
Just when you tell us my fly is open.
Just soak them in and look at these guys. What's your first impression of them, Neil?
Well, I've actually, because of comedy, I've learned never judge.
Right.
Like, I'll walk into I've done a lot of contests, and I'll walk into a room where I don't know all the other comics or I haven't seen who they are, and you can't tell. The person you think is not going to be a problem is the problem.
Right,
You know what
right,
I mean? This guy is a handsome fella. He's got charismatic. He's got nice eyes. This is a sweet older lady. Like, we're gonna like both of them. If the writing is strong and the jokes are delivered well, there's no reason not to like either of these people in front of us.
Very good answer, Neil. Very good and very true. And how about you, Sarah? What do you think of these two?
I think they're both very sweet and adorable. And so far, I've laughed already. So I'm very excited to see what you guys come up with. This is an interesting challenge.
I feel like we peaked too early.
Oh,
Well, I know you're terrible, so just
Finally,
let that.
finally.
Just first impressions.
You had me at I'm gassy tonight.
So
That
Sarah,
was off.
I didn't say
he's
who.
going to let be silent but deadly ones. We'll all know.
I
We'll
didn't
just look
say
at
who it is.
Yeah. When you're looking to cast, are you always casting, like in your mind right now, when you look at it, you already have roles for them?
yes.
What do you see Rich being?
Oh,
Dabba.
seriously? You actually think that way everywhere you go? That's
Sometimes. Because I have to see if I could use somebody for something.
cool. Yeah,
you never
that's
know.
interesting.
Right, yeah.
And I used to work for a photography company where we were looking for Santa Clauses. I'm not saying you're a Santa Claus. That's not what I'm saying. But we pulled them off the streets because they had beards. You know,
Oh, wow.
just to do the part of Santa Claus. But I don't know. You'd be like a father figure. Maybe you'd be working in an office. Or
All right.
so far,
So far, you're-
this might change. Let's see what your jokes are like. You might be in a cubicle at the
I
end
might
of
be in
this.
the mailroom.
Stripping and she'll put you in a different room completely.
You might be someone's grandmother, maybe a very sweet, loving figure. So far,
But you could tell she's got.
you also kick someone's ass. You know.
Yeah, you can tell she
Down
has
an alley,
sass.
I don't know.
She's sassy. You could tell.
Yep.
You could see it. And
We're gonna see what happens tonight.
Yes, I can't wait. Very good. So we're getting ready now to do the joke writing challenge. Now this challenge is a difficult one. Now you guys got the words yesterday. I normally give you the words about 24 hours. How do you feel? Like Helene, I know you got to work on it a little later, but tell me about the joke writing challenge.
I thought about it, and then I said you'll do it later, like cramming in 5th grade and 12th grade, and now I don't know what the words were, and I barely know the punchline So I gave it a little thought in the car.
Okay, excellent. All right, great. Can't wait to see what you're going to come up with. And Rich, I know that you were like really going for it, man. So I'm psyched to see what you're going to come up with.
This was my least favorite part of this contest. I'm not going to lie to you.
What tripped you up? Is it the words that trip you up? The keywords?
You know, it's. I mean, I wouldn't call myself. I like to write or try to write jokes and stuff. But when you take a premise and there's 3 random words that you have to kind of put into it, it makes it difficult. You know, it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Like you would, if you were writing a joke based on that premise, you might not use any of those words.
Right, exactly.
So it wasn't easy, and I'm not. Clearly that explains how good of a writer I am. So.
Well, we're getting ready for the joke writing challenge, and Andy, tell them what's going on.
All right, Don, every comedian should write their own material. This round will test their joke writing skills like no other. Both comedians were tasked to write an original joke with an assigned premise and 3 keywords that they received 24 hours prior to tonight's show. Judges give their score based on originality, creativity, style, resourcefulness, and of course, funny.
Yes. All right, and now it's time to check their joke writing skills. But before we do, we're going to have you guys do the rock, paper, scissors to see who goes first. So are you ready? And go ahead, rock, paper, scissors, and shoot.
Oh, that was awkward.
That was
Do
the
one more.
worst.
Yeah,
I told you I knew what it was, but now I forgot.
Rock, paper, scissors.
On shoot. So I'll go out. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Scissors beats paper. You win, Helene. What do you want to do? You want to go first or you want to pass it?
I want to go second.
Okay, so Rich.
So I can hear what the words are.
time, and he still drew paper.
I'd rather go first.
I always love it. It's amazing how the people just they don't play rock, paper, scissors like they used to in my day. But anyway, Rich, so you're going to go first. The premise was I had to cough on the train. I had to cough on the train, and as we know with the coronavirus, nobody wants to be that person to cough on the train. So now the keywords that were randomly chosen by randomwordsgenerator.com was worry, balance, and grant. Worry, balance, and grant. The premise, I had to cough on the train. Rich, Reyna, let's hear it, buddy.
All right, here goes nothing, and I mean nothing. I was running for my train, and I stepped on a bottle, and this genie popped out. And the genie said, I'm going to grant you one wish, anything you want. And I knew immediately I was going to ask for a shit ton of money because I would never have to worry about anything again. And I could log on to my banking and see that my balance was billions. And just when I was about to make my demand, my train pulled up. So I jumped on, sat down. I tried to calm myself down, so I took a little sip of water, and I started to choke a bit. And the guy next to me said, yo, man, are you sick? You got that virus? I said, no, I'm fine. It just went down the wrong pipe. No, I'm good. And I said, I just wish I didn't cough on this train packed with people. And just like that, I had to eat dinner at 7-Eleven again.
Oh, nice. Very good. Rich, Reyna. Very good. All right, so while they deliberate, I think the joke was good, Rich.
Terrible.
No, I think it was good. I liked how you did it. The wish of all these great things you wanted have all been disqualified for the one wish to not cough on the train. And in this day and age, I think that's a valid one. So you come out a winner on top. But now we are going to start with our judging of everyone. Sarah, we'll start with you. What did you think of Rich Reyna's joke of, I had to cough on the train, worry, balance, and grant?
Well, you used every keyword, so I thought that was very good. And you only had one little blip where you had to check your joke. So I would, not check your joke next time.
That's what happens when you write it at 5:30.
Of course. But otherwise, I think you did good on delivery.
And what's the score?
I will give you an 8.
An
but
8?
I didn't write it down.
Thanks.
An 8. An 8 from Sarah Martin. Neil, what do you think of that joke? It's tough to do that in 24 hours.
I'm sweating.
Do I like?
Yeah.
How long have you been doing? How long have you been doing stand-up?
Year and a half.
A year and a half. Okay. I would say my initial reaction is I understand that the task at hand is to get these 3 words in, so it's going to be a little bit wordier than you might want
Yep.
it ordinarily. I would say editing is a key. Maybe moving forward. I don't know what your real jokes sound like, so I don't know, but judging from that joke, I do a little editing. I do a little more editing. I gave you a 6.
Nice.
Because I don't know what to judge it against.
No, that's a good score.
And it's above average because this is this is a difficult thing.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Very good. Neil Rusi gives him a 6. Sally ONeil, what do you say?
Yeah, I thought it was great. I didn't even mind the wordiness because I thought I liked it.
Because you're a hack.
I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Now we're judging the judges.
That's okay. Judge away.
It's a long show.
Yeah.
We're just getting started, folks.
I thought it was really good, actually. I liked it, and probably because I sit here a lot and I hear like the premise jokes. It's it's always the worst.
Premise jokes are tough.
Yeah.
I think Rich did a good job too. I think.
Do you think he did a good job?
Delivery,
I did.
conversational style. It was good. I was believing the story like it was real. I almost believe he met a genie. I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
I will say that this feels like the toughest thing in the world is to like tell a joke.
Yeah.
To like us.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Jerks. So yeah, like that's definitely bravo.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah. I'm going with a strong 8. I really liked it. I thought it was
from
good.
Sally ONeil. So yeah, you got some good scores there, Rich Reyna. Helene, how you feeling now?
Nervous.
All right. Because now you're kind of getting a sense. That's one of the advantages of going second. Now you kind of know what the judges, how they feel, how they're going to be ranking and voting and all that kind of good stuff. So, are you all ready to do your joke?
I'm winging it.
I will read the premise one more time. It's I had to cough on the train, and the keywords are worry, balance, and Grant. Helene Witt, take it away.
I was trying to catch my LIRR train this morning, and I live in Flushing, and everybody on my train wears masks. Who knows if their relatives live in China? I don't know, but they all wear masks. So I was going to get on the train, and there was a man next to me, and he had like an ID, and his name was Grant. And I started to worry when I saw everybody wearing the mask, and believe it or not, when the train took off, I almost lost my balance. And this situation brought me right back to that movie, among 2 movies I'm going to mention. One was Throw Mama from the Train, and the other one was Snakes on a Plane. Don't ask me why, but that's all I got.
Very good, Helene Witt. All right. So we'll let them deliberate. So now you kind of
Winged it.
You winged it. Yes, and
Wung.
what,
Wung. Wung, right? Wung.
did I say Wong? Or
No, I don't know what you said.
I said winged it.
Winged, and
Yeah.
you said
Wang.
Wang.
Wing wang. We're in like
We're
It's
in
all about the
Flushing province.
the Chinese.
It was wonky what I did.
The Chinese coronavirus is taking.
Canceled. Just got us canceled.
So you kind of wrote that while you were in transit.
No, I wrote that just now while I spoke it.
Very good. And I think you got all 3 words in. Did she get all 3? You keep it score
I
there?
believe she did, yes.
Yes, very good.
Yes, the guy's name was Grant. She said balance and worry.
Very nice. So, Neil, we'll start off with this one with you on Helene Witt's joke.
I'm giving it a 5.
All right.
And I just wanted to not punish, that's the wrong word, but I wanted to take away a point for not being prepared, because I know that you're a good joke writer, and I would have loved to have seen you, because even in this presentation you still had like 2 or 3 punchlines, which was like,
Right.
so I would have loved to have seen, this is an opportunity for you to shine, and I would have loved to have seen it because I know what you're capable of. So yeah, I had to
I feel like I'm in 3rd grade at the
I
parent
wanted,
teacher
you know what I mean? Like I didn't want to
get
give
it.
you the same point as him
appreciate it.
because he
He did his homework.
Right, he did his homework, and yeah. I hope
For
that's-
once.
I hope we're still friends after this.
Wednesday, I'm going to clap softly.
A five from Neil Rubenstein. Sally, what do you think of Helene's joke?
Yeah, I gave it like a little bit of a lower score too. Sorry, and it's hard. It's like hard to like judge, but I give you a 6.
Thank
A
you.
6 from Sally ONeil. And we're going to go to you now.
I gave you a
Sarah.
6.
A 6 from Sarah
Thank
Martin.
you.
Yes, I thought that you were doubting yourself in your joke, and I feel like you should never do that. I think you should just go all the way with it, and I know that you can, so I think that I want to see what else you can do today.
Okay.
All right, very good. Helene Witt.
Thank you.
That's a tough one. That's a tough challenge, and I think some people, like it can get away from you a little bit. But I think I mean, for coming off the top of the head with that one,
Yeah.
just shows your skill set and what
Yeah.
you're capable of doing.
That makes me want it. That makes me like even more upset.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh man, I wish
You got this, girlfriend.
And do you take the train ever? Like,
No, that's true.
Yeah.
I take that train in Flushing, and they do wear masks, and I did think of it today without the 3 words, which I forgot.
But you got him. You got
And the
him.
snake on the train I just thought of, and the other throw mama from the train just came to me.
so now with the coronavirus, and is this like fodder for material? Is this like almost like a comedic? Sweet, I could bring out all my old swine flu jokes.
That's what my friend did. She has a joke about sending her husband on an airplane one way because of another outbreak or because of a plane crash. I forget what it was called with an M. But then she brought it out the other night in the contest. First joke out of her mouth was that. So a lot of comics are using it. They get out and they go, I was in Chinatown, I'm a waiter, and they start to cough.
Right.
So I'm hearing some comedians use it, to answer your question.
Right. So I think it's like right now because it's a very extremely hot subject matter that everyone's afraid of and everyone's scared to cough on the train. Or if you see somebody cough on the train, you kind of look at them sideways. So like.
It's true.
Especially my train.
Yeah. Like Neil, do you have any Corona jokes in your act yet, or any of your sketches or anything? Are you doing any?
No, I mean, maybe it's like some Twitter, maybe some Facebook jokes or so like a meme or something. But I don't really.
You stay away, kind of.
I like to do more evergreen. I don't know. I don't want to be.
You definitely have like an original take on your style of comedy. Even with like your movie reviews and all the things you do, it kind of has an original spin on there. It's like your own type of flavor. So
thank you.
So yeah, because you would think that at some point the coronavirus that may never go away, but the jokes might become kind of hacky.
Right.
like
yesterday.
Yeah, you're like, oh, here's another Corona joke. Yeah. But I think but right now we're in the heart of it. It just hit Long Island, so it's
jokes are everywhere.
It's happening. Yeah.
Everywhere.
The Corona beer, like even on Facebook, people, like you said, people are putting in funny cartoons.
The one I heard that was really that took me was in Brooklyn. They call the coronavirus Takati flu, which I thought was a cute little. That's the one that got me. But after that, I mean, they're all pretty much
yeah. Any ones that mention the beer.
That's
when you're like,
they
oh,
had
God.
the masks on all the other beers except for the Corona.
That was a good movie.
Oh, yeah. Put them.
I heard a funny one. Comedians, is it okay if I use someone else's joke? He'll
Yeah,
get the
sure.
credit.
Yeah,
I
just,
forget his
give
name,
them
but I
the-
was emceeing last night, and he had a funny joke. He said he was performing at a prison, and this guy said, "Hey, someone has ninja AIDS."
Ninja AIDS.
That's the coronavirus is ninja
Yeah.
AIDS now? Wow, very
What I've been
good.
saying is that you think coronavirus is bad, wait until the South Bronx virus gets here.
And that's like a
because
great horror
Corona.
movie. Yeah,
It's
Corona
Corona.
Queen.
Yeah, my friend was like, "Oh, we should do an experiment where one of us gets coronavirus and you do a documentary on it, Sarah." I'm like, "Great! I can't wait. Let me know how that goes for you."
That
guys."
would be one hell of a documentary.
I'm like, "That's a terrible idea."
Yeah.
I'm like, "What time?"
That's funny.
It's just a guy laying in bed with like a washcloth on his head.
Yeah.
The fever's still here.
Yeah.
Well, someone told me that like the only symptoms is coughing and diarrhea, and I was like, I alternate between that every day. I was like, I don't know.
That's a weekly thing.
Never know.
I was like, I'm gonna have it right now. I walked the flight of stairs and I had ziti for dinner. I don't know.
That's great. Well, we are now. I did want to say about using premises, and the whole thing of this was about their premises of that they had to come up with. What? Now you.
So but I mean, whatever. I'm not like okay. My question is for the future and whatever. So the premise is I have to call off on the train.
Right.
You said it line 6. You said it line. I don't even know if you said it. You know what I mean? So that's like the other thing is like, also how strict are people supposed to be to these things? You know what I mean? Like when I see like when someone says like when someone hands me this like the premise is I had to call off on the train. So I'm like, okay, I had to call off on the train.
right.
But I was worried. You know what I mean? Like
keep going.
I feel like he was right with me when I wrote this. That's what I was
you know what I'm saying? Like
you're almost there.
So,
you almost got to play.
He's up to a 5.
Yeah. Yeah, we do it in the next rounds when we start the tournament rounds. We do 5 random words. So it gets even more challenging as we go. But yeah, it's a challenge. The 3 words.
And do you want them to stick closest to the?
Yes, I want the premise. In theory, that's the way how you said it is how I envision it.
Okay.
But I let the writers. It's not it's everyone. Every artist has their own way to find the joke. Like with Rich, he found it with the wish. I wish I could not cough on the train.
So he wrote like a short essay about. He was like, I
like to call it a vision statement.
I've seen like longer ones too, so like I didn't even like think his was that wordy because I've seen people go on and on.
We've
like,
had some
where you forgot what words they were saying, and also like at one point, Rich had a look at his index cards. Like I would say 95% of the people would read their entire thing. So I thought it was like really. So I'm like tainted from last season.
Yeah, that's the beauty of season 2.
I know.
I think that a lot of the comedians have watched season 1,
right,
and now say, okay, those are the faux pas, and they're going to start to evolve.
Right.
But again, like I said, I don't really. It's not strict rules on much, to be honest with you. But I let the judges kind of siphon it out on their own.
Anyone ever tell you Mike Piazza?
Oh yeah, I used to hear that all the time. When I was younger, I used to hear Mike Piazza. And now it's starting to hey,
no, it's Mike Nicolia.
Zach, like Zach Galifianakis. So I went from heartthrob to a slob. So I went, I'm just
Throb to slob.
Yeah,
that's good.
But yeah, I used to love when I would be called Mike, Piazza, and that used to happen often back in my glory days. And now
we're just sad.
Now Zach Galifianakis.
Zach.
You're a handsome guy. You're a handsome guy, Don.
I got to go cry in the back now.
Excuse me for a minute.
And have we gotten any comments or anything from the folks at home, all of our fans watching?
We have had a few comments.
no.
Just some people that have that are watching first. Dave Riggins, Tom Murphy, Nancy Weems,
Tom Murphy, baby.
Yeah.
Joan Asher, Taz, the resident artist.
Taz, she's awesome.
Tina, Ken Pichelle, Jeff Bosey is
Ken?
watching.
Bosey.
Hey, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff.
Gina Kanjemi Coffin is watching.
Hello, Gina.
Coffin? Her last name's Coffin?
It is.
Yeah. No, I know, it's awesome.
Spelt a little
and
different.
and she's a foxy real estate agent.
Yeah.
So anyway, we've got a few. Was like Ken Pichelle said all he had to do was type PU in his in the search bar, and it autofilled Pasusu.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
There you go.
Bosey, not surprisingly, said that he wanted Rich's joke to be shorter.
Well, he doesn't read very well, so I wrote it slow to him.
He should have gotten it then, right?
Yeah.
There is a fella named Christopher Roy asking if Sally is married.
Wow.
Christopher Roy.
Wow.
Buddy of mine, Noel Marr from Ireland, is watching, and we've got a judge from last season, Tim Saliani.
Yes, Tim, what's up, big guy?
And he said he's in a bar in New York City.
Of course he is.
And after that round, he's asking strangers to cough in his mouth. It's too good not to read.
Wow.
We could all agree he did it before that round started.
Yeah. He's already
he's-
coughs deep in his.
now he's
night.
now he's now he's
himself.
paying
That
people
guy-
to do it.
That guy's trying to. That
escalated,
guy's
that's
been
right.
trying to die for a while.
All right, very good.
So we moving on.
Yes, we are moving on to round 2, the wheel of hot topics, which is right there.
All right.
So Sally, that wheel's in a good spot. We don't need to move it. We are good there.
Yeah, we're all right.
Excellent. Hey, Andy, tell them what's going on in round 2.
Alrighty, Don. Every comedian should know what's going on in the world around them. From the latest Donald Trump tweet to the coronavirus, and from Harvey Weinstein to Lindsay Lohan's crazy mother. A comedian should always be armed with a hilarious anecdote based on current events.
Update that.
Each comedian will spin the hot topic wheel and must tell a funny joke with a setup and a punchline for whatever topic they land on. They will each have 4 spins and 4 jokes. If the comedian lands on the same topic twice, they get to spin again.
Yeah, all right. So I'll read off the hot topics here, and I think, Helene, you're going first, right? So you guys will switch seats, and she'll sit in the hot seat there.
Why do I go first? Because he went first last time?
Yep. So we're going to flip-flop.
Hey, Sarah.
So the
You
category.
see that, and just kind of bring it towards me a little bit,
Like that?
and then go a little bit that way.
Very nice.
Thank you so much.
Good?
That's really
So
great.
the
Thank
folks
you.
at home could all see. We might have to move that microphone a little bit.
I'm actually jealous of Rich's organizational
Do you
skills.
believe it?
That's
What I
unbelievable.
said. Look at, and they're different colors.
All
Wow.
different
Yeah.
and different size binder
Aw.
clips. It's so great.
That's what was in the briefcase.
Oh, man.
Slap
Hey, he
the
is like a
t-shirt
real. You're like a financial advisor. So
Insurance
yeah,
guy.
insurance guy.
Wait,
So,
that's 2 different things. Financial advisor and insurance guy.
yeah, he does both.
We do both.
Oh,
Yeah.
you do both?
Yeah. So if you need any questions on
Man.
your 401k or anything like that,
401k. How do I get a
Yeah,
401k?
That's
So
my
I will-
question.
You need a relative to die.
I will,
All my relatives died. I'm plumb out of relatives.
That's when you know that at that point when all your relatives are gone, you know, damn it, I am just going to be broke forever. All right, here we go. Here's all the wheel categories: Democratic nominees, St. Patrick's Day, the plastic bag ban, gun rights,
Oh,
Coron-
ban.
coronavirus, Donald Trump, March Madness, Bernie Sanders, transgenders, the Kardashians, The Wall, Taylor Swift, and Bachelor.
Killing me.
Thank you.
We didn't have
Killing
Harvey
me.
Weinstein on ours.
Who?
We didn't have Harvey
So Harvey Weinstein, did I put The Wall on there?
I don't
Yeah.
see
So Harvey Weinstein,
Harvey Weinstein
He's
is
actually the
that's The
Wall.
Wall.
Okay, guys.
All right, very good.
What does the wall mean?
Yeah.
What does the wall mean?
The wall will be like, I'm going to build a giant wall. Everyone's going to love it. It's going to be the best wall
The
ever.
wall.
Or it could be any wall you want. But that's the wall I had in mind. But are you ready? Just hope you don't land on Harvey Weinstein, Helene. All right, so go ahead and spin the wheel, and let's see where you land. You get 4 jokes. The first one will be the Kardashians. All right, let's hear your Kardashian joke.
When I was a school teacher, I taught in a tough school. I couldn't imagine teaching the Kardashians because their alphabet only goes up to K. Kim, Chloe, Kelsey, whatever their names are.
Very good, very good. All right, spin again, Helene. That was a good one.
That was cute.
And we are on St. Patrick's Day, which is coming up soon.
Yeah. Well, I'm Jewish and I don't really celebrate St. Patrick's Day. However, there was a Dublin mayor who was Jewish. And when the Pope saw him in the parade with the mayor, he had a little problem with that. But the good news is the Pope had a cold last week and he canceled one of his trips. So the good news is that God is looking down on people who judge.
There you go. Very good.
I don't know how I feel about that one. I'm just kidding.
I know, right? As judges right now, yeah.
What would, I feel like you took a jab. I'm just kidding.
All right, go
like
ahead.
a
One
political
more.
statement.
You got 2 more to go. Let's see the next joke here.
Surviving here.
You're doing great, Helene. Transgenders, yes.
Oh, how do you like all this new talk about the transgenders? I have no problem with people being who they want, but there's like, you must call me they, and you must know that I identify myself as a woman, a man. Oh, you didn't call me he, and my birth certificate says she, and it's like all of a sudden it's my problem that I'm using the wrong pronoun. Like, what's this world coming to? That's not that funny. But what is funny is that, like, we're apologetic and we're like, oh, I forgot to call you they and he and she, and it's driving me a little crazy at the workplace and the bathroom. I don't even get me started with the bathrooms. I mean, you know, you can't even know where to go. Someone brings their little baby and, well, that's a boy baby, well, that's a girl, and she identifies in her birth certificate. So don't get me started on that. No punchline, just like the reality of it.
Like, what the?
Yeah, because they put it on you. It's you have to essentially identify them the way they want to be. Otherwise, you're the bad guy, right? That's what.
Or woman or they.
Yes, yes.
You said
all right.
bad guy.
Yeah, finally, yeah. Your final joke here. Bernie Sanders.
Oh my God.
That you, dude.
Bernie.
That's your guy.
No. Bernie Sanders. I find after he had his heart attack, he's going to get another heart attack. The way you put him on, you turn the TV on, there he is, like, and the healthcare, and the this and the that, and he's like using up all that energy that he's just going to like. He'll be gone. I hate to say that, but he already had his heart attack, and he just came back the next day, maybe a half an hour later, and he just like started like with all this emphasis. I'm just afraid, like, maybe if you lose to Biden, you'll be able to like take a nap or something.
Very good. Helene Witt has survived the wheel of hot topics, everybody. You can stay there, Helene, while we're going to go through the judges, and we're going to let them
Take a nap.
Jerk man.
She said he wants to take a nap.
Sally, you can start us off. What do you think about Helene Witt's
I
wit?
thought you did great. I thought you did really good. I gave you a 7.
Wow, 7 from Sally ONeil. Rocking. Sarah Martin? What did
I
you say?
gave you a 7.
Ah, nice.
I thought you had some run-ons that we had to really follow along a little bit with, but you ended strong, and that was why I gave you a 7.
Excellent. Good score. Neil?
I drew a picture of myself. I gave you That's stupid. You guys are stupid.
That was like me and my boobies. I did too.
So, hold it up a little longer for the
I
camera.
drew a
to see.
picture of myself.
I gave you an 8. A couple of those got a little ranty, but again, you're hitting punchlines in the rant. And then also, I was really funny during your thing, so that gives you.
He gave himself a point.
I gave you an extra point for how good I was.
It's funny. In high school now, maybe I don't know if they do it in middle school, but in high school they have the transgender bathrooms in like all the high schools.
What happened to
wow.
just being gay?
And well, it's so funny
know.
because like
You know what I mean? Like in high school, these kids were just gay kids.
I asked
Yeah, I
like
know.
my kid if they had one
That's
in
so
his.
2010 or whatever.
And he's like, yeah, he's like, it's the only one that I ever use. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, you have this whole bathroom just to yourself. I'm like, don't you feel like uncomfortable going in there? He's like, no. Why would I feel uncomfortable? It's like so funny, like
It is.
today.
But-
Imagine knowing, you know what I mean? Like imagine being like a 14-year-old kid and like being that confident.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm still making new life choices. You know what I mean? Like, how do these kids
Same.
know?
I was having a hard time am I an Islander fan or a Rangers fan? Let alone, am I a man or a woman? You know?
They
No.
have someone
Do I
out
put
and
this one?
He's just like, yeah, he just feels
they
like
ask
everyone should
someone
be
out
who
and
they want.
say no, and instead of just going through what we went through, it's like I'm changing.
Exactly.
Preferences.
Yeah.
Kids today, they don't care. Like whoever you want to be, you could be. They don't even care.
I mean, I understand
It's so
that,
weird.
and that's
It's nice.
That's like a nice, empowering thing. But like, at 14 to be that confident, like, oh no, I'm trapped in a different.
yeah, that's true.
And to make that decision for the rest of your life is
Yeah.
sometimes,
It's
you
like,
know.
oh,
And then of course, like Sam's using it as like kind of like someone like driving without a like who's not disabled using a handicap. I'm like
he's
that's
like,
right.
I
I'm
got
like
this huge
I'm like you're
bathroom,
like
nobody else
using
wants to
like
use it.
yeah. He's like well why can't I use it? I'm like it's like using like a handicap parking space.
you
He's
can't tell him he's not trans.
Listen, I mean,
Yeah, he identifies as a. He identifies as a kid who needs a private bathroom.
I identify as my bladder being full right now.
Listen, not for nothing. I made some questionable tattoo choices growing up that I covered up. So
Yeah, see?
with another tattoo that I questioned, but it's fine. You know what I mean?
I've never had a.
Oh,
I've
see,
never,
that's different. You love me.
I've never made a
only-
mistake.
Well, this one right there, I think it is.
How many tattoos do you have? One?
yeah.
Yeah, just one full body.
Jews with tattoos, right, Neil?
Yeah, they got married by the fence.
But yeah, there is, like she
I'm
said,
so
like
red.
she got a tattoo, she regrets. But imagine if you are a boy
Right.
and you get
You
breasts,
snipped
and
it.
all of a sudden you're stuck with breasts or whatever. No, that's a
You
bad
get
thing. I
that
think
snip
you
You
can
could
back.
feel yourself up,
Yeah,
you know.
enjoying it for
Yeah,
life,
why
yeah.
not?
Yeah.
But there's no downside.
But there is it's a permanent thing. I love all people. I love transgenders too. I just understand
I
what you're
love
saying.
them.
What you're saying is, why is it on
biggest
us?
fans.
Why do I now have to kind of say, okay, miss? Yes. Okay. I got it right. I got the right answer.
Yeah, I have a
Thank
friend at
goodness.
work, and she
This
just
time.
like she keeps correcting. He keeps correcting me like it's my problem. Well, on your birth certificate, the name I knew you as for 20 years was Susie.
So you're going through this for real,
Yeah, that's what I thought about. Yeah.
and you knew the person as a woman for 20 years, and now as a man, and they give you a hard time because you
He.
can't. Oh, and he gives you a
And
hard time
they.
because you can't adapt to it as quickly as they would like.
Exactly. They. You called that friend of mine.
This sounds very
She-
offensive.
She's
No, I'm just
they.
kidding.
What if I said you people? Would they really be mad?
Oh my gosh.
I just can't wait until the archaeologist unearths the female and male bathroom signs. Like, what kind of crazy thing they're going to come up with to try to describe why there's a picture of a dude and a woman on the signs.
That's funny.
I've seen cartoons like that too, with all these different things, and they go, "Just go pee" or whatever it said.
Just
The hell with it.
Just go pee.
Yeah, that's it. We all have to do that. That's one thing we all have in common, folks.
No matter what the sign says out
No matter
there.
no matter what shape, size, sex you are, we all have to take a shit. You know what I mean? So, on that note, Rich, it's your turn in the hot seat.
Sweet.
take a shit note. Let's go over here and do some jokes.
We've been expecting you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Rich Reyna. So now, what are you thinking, Rich? You psyched about this one? I know you've been doing your work and have a bunch of stuff.
Fired up.
All right, let's see what you got. Go ahead.
Spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel of hot topics. Let's see what it's gonna be. What's it gonna be? You got the Democratic nominees.
Wow. The Democratic nominees this year are so old that the people from the party asked them to pick younger running mates. So I just found out that Joe Biden chose Methuselah.
All right, very good. Go ahead, spin for your second joke. Rich Reyna on the wheel of hot topics. Let's see what he gets. Taylor Swift.
Ooh. So do you know the difference between Taylor Swift and a gong?
No.
Oh, a gong won't write a mean song about you when you stop banging it.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
All right, go ahead. Your third joke by Rich Reyna. Spin again. That is Democratic nominees.
It's rigged. Hey, I mentioned Joe Biden's taking Methuselah.
You guys know who Methuselah is?
Plastic bag ban.
You know, first it was plastic straws. Now there's a plastic bag ban. I mean, it's only a matter of time before they go after my grandmother's couch.
Nice. Good one. Good one. All right, their fourth and final joke. Rich Reyna, spin the wheel. See what we got. And
Hey, Democratic nominees.
it looks like St. Patrick's Day.
I'm really looking forward to St. Patrick's Day this year. I finally want to hear people scream out Guinness instead of Corona.
Very nicely done. Rich Reyna with his jokes, hot topic jokes, 4 good ones. He rocked it, folks. And now I think we go full circle back to you, Sarah Martin. You're going to kick it off. I'll give you a second to deliberate. Richie, you happy that that part's over?
Yeah, I was a little disappointed I didn't get the Harvey Weinstein, but, I guess I didn't do a Harvey Weinstein. Or Spin Again, Sucker.
Spin again, sucker.
Yeah.
Yes, very good. I want to say both of you did really great with these
Yes.
jokes. I'm
Yeah.
very
Studied this beforehand. That was smart.
Yeah.
You're the school teacher.
All right, Sarah, what do you think about
Wait,
Rich
you're a
Rita?
school teacher
I gave
also?
him an 8.5.
8.5.
I get a half.
Because I thought all the jokes were excellent. The St. Patrick's joke, though, I think is more of a Cinco de Mayo joke. Corona.
Guinness.
But
But I liked it still. I know I heard the I know. But I gave you 8.5 because I thought you did your homework and I thought they were very funny.
Excellent. Good score right there by Sarah Martin. Neil Rubenstein, what do you say, buddy?
I'm gonna give him an extra half point because she's wrong in deducting a half point.
Yeah, the joke was right.
joke was Guinness.
It was
It was Irish.
I know.
Sound,
Well, I know.
yeah.
I heard the Guinness part, but I like the first three best.
Oh,
You
okay.
get a point?
I'll leave
No,
it.
it's too late. They'll stay.
I drew a picture of Sally's boobs. I
Can't go wrong with that.
I'm never gonna look at 8s the same again.
I don't know about 8. Those are 10s.
I'd be like 8.
Thanks, Andy.
I'm like 5, 6, 7. Sally 9.
That's so funny.
yeah, Chris, joke writing.
Thank you.
A shock
Short.
coming after that.
After my thesis.
After your
After my
monologue.
thesis, he let me back.
Yeah, after that monologue, I was like, okay, that's a joke. Yeah, those are jokes. I like jokes.
Yeah, they're
those
all
were
great.
jokes.
Thank you.
You know, the Guinness one. All right. And what was the other one that I was like, meh, meh. What was the
Grandmother's couch was the
no, that was
That was
good.
good.
That was
Taylor,
good.
Taylor Swift was the gong.
The Taylor
and,
Swift one, I was
I
like,
thought that was funny.
What I know about Taylor Swift,
listen,
you can put
it's
the thimble.
right. It's funny,
I
right?
get my finger in there still.
Right. I'm not. I didn't. It was. I'm doing
Half the crowd might go, whoa.
like, all right, you know, but it's a crisp, clean.
Yeah.
There's no fat on that bone. You know, it's a joke. Those are jokes. I wanted jokes. Jokes.
Did a great job.
Bravo.
Yes.
Jokes.
So you got an 8 from Neil
I
Rubenstein.
thought the plastic cat.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I
Yeah.
love that one.
That's when you
I
can take to
wanted-
the stage. That's a good one.
I want to know if they're gonna come after Tony's leg next.
That's for
Yeah,
Miss
it's
Kanan.
titanium, not plastic. But.
Sally,
Sally,
what do you give him?
himself?
Yeah, and even like your delivery is good. Like, and it seems like jokes that you've had already, other than this week. So, like, it's really strong. I give you a 9. I thought they were great.
Wow,
Oh,
very
you.
good. Very good. Wow, good scores, good jokes, everybody. You guys rocked it. The wheel of hot topics. It's always good to know what's going on. So, Sarah Martin, how
I did like that. I like the Kardashian joke.
yes, with all the alphabet.
So I'm trying to think like what the best joke of the round was, and it's between the. What was the? Oh, it was between Methuselah and Kardashian. Yeah, it was both.
Very good.
Those are very funny, especially the way she was like, she was making up. She was like, Kari and Carrie.
Yeah, that was
I don't give a
great.
shit.
I said I'm going to land on the Kardashians also. I just had a feeling like I would be on that one.
Right.
What's
And
your
I-
Kardashian joke?
my Kardashian joke is short. It was I would love to spend Thanksgiving with the Kardashians. I'd be surrounded by hot women, and no one else would touch the white meat.
Oh, nice.
Wow, that was great.
So, Sarah, how much do you watch the news and keep up with what's going on?
Fairly often.
And what's your thoughts when about this wheel of topics?
Hot topic.
Hot topics. Is there anything on there that you didn't understand or know
No.
of, comprehend?
I understand all of this.
Very good.
Yeah, I'm dating a guy that is all the news all day, every day, 7 days a week, 24/7, I believe. So I know about the news all the time.
Very good. I mean, is that something you always? Because I think it's important, and especially for comedians or movie producers or radio personalities, or to know what's going on, because you have to be in tune with the times and what's happening.
I'm just
What'd you say?
reading some of
I
the
agree.
comics. Jeff Bosey said, "Finally, this is the first time Rich has ever wrote anything decent and funny."
Oh wow!
Oh, yeah.
I have his eulogy ready. Just tell him.
The one thing, it still upsets me because the Kardashian thing, man. I'm still like, everyone shits on Kim Kardashian, and not only is it so expired,
Right.
but it's not even accurate anymore. Like the woman is fighting for legal reform. She's getting people out of jail. She's like saving like people who are like non-violent drug offenders. She's like really doing great things. And everyone's just like, the Kardashians.
They can't get past her giant
And
ass.
she's such a yeah, but it's not even that anymore. It's like, oh, who names their kid North? It's like, who cares? She's getting people out of prison. Like she's like she changed the laws on how you become a lawyer. Like she's brilliant. She's doing incredible things. It's like let's cut her some slack at this point.
They just talk about her tushy.
Yeah,
it's all about the ass.
It's
all about the ass and Kanye and all that. Yeah, when it comes down to life in general, it's always just about the ass in the end of the bit, right?
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, so was this cathartic for you guys to write these jokes about the times and all that?
It was relevant topics. I liked it.
Very good. Well, right now we're gonna have.
Can I just say something?
Yes, yeah. Get the microphone, Helene.
Oh, yeah. Neil, when you said that the Lindsay Lohan's mother was old, did you know it was in the news like a week ago?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I wanted you to know.
Why what'd she do?
Didn't
Was
she
back
jump
in
a
the news?
stop sign or something?
Oh,
Yeah,
she
drunk
did,
driving.
yeah.
Yeah.
He thought it
Lindsay
was old
Lohan's
news.
mom
Constant.
Was drunk driving.
was drunk driving, and it's still news.
Yeah.
I think she did a hit and run.
That was funny.
I think it might have been a hit and run, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I don't remember
Yeah,
the
yeah.
details.
Good for her.
I just
saw her
wanted to
name.
clarify your choices because he said, why would you have that up there? And I wanted him to know it's bothering me.
I didn't know. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I got it out.
I'm a bad current events guy.
That's funny.
Now, we're getting ready now, so you guys could take a break. We're going to go to a word from our sponsor. And we got Arnie
Is
Price.
it Zorns?
It is Arnie Price with Island Ice Hockey. He's going to come in and tell us all about it in a second.
Cool.
But
Was
yeah.
like an actual guy?
We have Arnie Price, ladies and gentlemen. Have a seat right over there, Arnie. How you doing? Arnie Price was one of our contestants a while back. You can actually put that down and just talk into that mic, Arnie.
Are you ready to go, huh?
I am ready to go.
Wow.
Just watch the cameras. Don't bump into the cameras.
Don't jump into the camera, move
Sma-
somebody's
you just-
chairs out of the way.
It's a
Get
Tasmanian
myself
devil.
here.
Yeah.
I am like a Tasmanian
Smashing
devil.
everything. Just
Okay, guys.
Arnie Price is here.
I'm going to ready to play hockey, but Island Ice Hockey by MHL. From weekends to weekdays, from weekdays to weekends, we got it all. We got from the novice to the experts, from the 16-year-olds to someone my age. You can play.
He's so cute and happy
Even
doing
me.
this.
You make a good goalie. You cover the whole net.
it's a fat joke. I get it.
Oh, wow.
Island Ice Hockey. It has something for everybody, like I said. Sign up at islandicehockey.com. And if you can't go on the internet, I mean, who can go on the internet today? But if you can't, you could call 631-262-0543. Ask for more information. But you better make sure you tell them Arnie sent you. Because if you don't, I know where you live, and I got the stick. So look
Sounds
out,
fun,
guys.
actually.
Did you have a couple on the way in? Did you have
Blast, I gotta tell you.
Did you need
I
to
know,
loosen
You
right?
up?
want to play?
No.
Oh, you can
Well, what
play.
kind
I'll
of
play
game?
with you.
What kind of game are we playing? You said you
There
had a
you
stick.
go.
Okay.
You don't know the games I play. There may be nothing up here, but there's still action going on.
This guy's
Wow.
a creep.
Wow.
He used to work for Playboy magazine back
Yeah.
then.
Yeah, my wife worked with
Holy
Playboy.
Arnie Price's hockey, where you could go get
Play hockey.
molested.
You play with the hockey stick. You want the stick?
I'm good, thank you.
So, Arnie, how you been, man? I haven't
I
seen you in a
think
couple
it's
of
been real
weeks.
good. I got to tell you something I did. I went down to Jamaica.
I don't think you should
to
say
do
it
a
on the
show. I was
radio.
doing a show.
Don't say it on the radio.
Oh my God.
We're all gonna go
You
to
don't
jail
wanna-
for being complicit.
You don't want to incriminate yourself. But what you
Okay, I went down to Jamaica to do a show. And while I was down there, before we went into the show, we went back into the room, and my wife wanted to take a shower. So I'm sitting on the TV and I'm flipping through the channels. All of a sudden, porn. Oh shit! Hit another show. More porn. All of a sudden, I hear my wife screaming. "What the hell are you watching?" So how do you know what I'm watching? I go in the bathroom. There's a freaking speaker in the bathroom.
Wow. So
place
she can
talk
hear the
about
porn in the bed.
all-inclusive. It's okay. We go down at nighttime. We go to do the show, and everyone likes it. We have a great show. It's like 500 people, big place. But everyone says, "How do I get to see good comedy?" I told them, go to gov.com
Yes.
and look up stand up, sit down, and shut up. I don't know how many people are doing it, but everyone was going, oh, let me go, because we had internet there. So everybody, I told them to look for Don on the show. It's great. It's fun. You'll have a lot of fun.
Excellent.
So now we're all over the world.
Excellent. Thank you.
Wow, thank you.
I appreciate that.
It was a lot. It was good.
Very good. Now, you also have an open mic night. So if anybody wants to see more information, they go Arnie Price on Facebook to see all of the things you have coming up. And you're also performing here at the Little Room again sometime
I
soon?
have 2 coming up in the Little Room. Wait, let me see with the stupid glove. April 25th in the Little Room, and May 2nd I'll be in the Little Room.
Excellent.
Like you said, go onto my site. Tomorrow is the open mic. It's going to be big. We got a lot of big names coming. So, I'd like you to all stop down. We'll have some fun. I even got something.
I give it
Look
a
what they
3.
made me. I got cards.
Wow.
You give me a...
Oh, wow. You
Turn it around. I got cards. Give me out cards.
Okay.
Hey, we got
Can
Arnie
you
Price
look
cards.
Look at me.
I'm good.
Awesome.
You need
You're best
one.
of the Sally.
I'm all right. Oh, yeah.
You need a card.
This is
Hello
awesome.
there.
Arnie Price. Hey, there's the Dracula has entered the building.
Mr. Dracula's back.
Yes. So, Arnie, I wanted to talk to you, too, real quick. Yeah, you were with us last year. What do you think about season 1 winners, Mandy Jones?
I think the season 1 winner, that was tough between 2 girls. 'Cause
Yeah.
they're both fantastic.
Yeah.
That was a tough decision.
Who were the finalists?
It was Kristen Tinsley and Mandy Jones.
Right, but they're both good together, and they took it in stride, but they're still both great.
Excellent.
And now you got 2 good winners on the team now, so I loved it. I mean, when I went on, I had tough judge, because I was like the beginning, so I had tough love. A 3 was good.
A 3 was good.
3. I didn't even give out
They
a
I've been told I'm a
castrated me.
generous lover.
3.
They castrated me. But no, Bruce and I did it, and we're doing this thing tomorrow.
Bruce Lipsky.
Bruce Lipsky. But it was great. You get to see everybody, and this is just a great, fun show. Everybody should come and try to do this show with Don. This is one good guy that really knows what he's doing, and he's very nice and down to earth. Shut up.
What, are you talking about Zach over here?
Before he got
What's going
something
on?
out.
I ain't
Thank you. Thank you, Arnie Price,
Guys,
everybody.
thanks again.
Yes, you're the best, my friend. And Island Ice Hockey, make sure
Island
everyone
Ice
goes
Hockey,
there.
It's the place you want to be.
Yes.
You're going to play.
Oh, wow.
And I'm going to
Thanks.
tell you what we're going to play.
Oh, thanks.
Oh.
I'm very excited.
Bye-bye, guys.
Very excited.
Bye.
Wow, very good, Arnie Price, everybody. So now we'll bring back.
Well, we got Dracula in the house.
Oh, let's also.
Any
I
mirrors?
don't know if she ever gave me that. Signature Premier Properties.
Well, hold on for just 1 second. We have Signature Premier Properties. Donna Fisher is a real estate agent for that company. She's a fantastic agent. If you ever need a house to put on the market, or if you're looking for a home, she's available in the area around Hicksville and surrounding areas. Her phone number is 516-652-8856. Her office number is 516-935-0700. Please contact Donna Fisher for everything you need about homes, selling, and buying. She will always be there for you. Thank you.
All right, very good. Thank you. We're all back on and running here. We got both our comedians back. That was Arnie Price, and that was a word from our sponsors.
Did that really happen? that wasn't like a thing. I didn't have like an
having a
episode.
stroke.
That was not. That was not a coronavirus flash.
Yeah,
Fever
yeah, I think-
flash.
Yeah,
no.
I think. What are you talking about? You passed out for a second.
I think I have hockey
And now you're
AIDS.
back. Are you okay? Are you all right?
I don't
We
know.
were all
man.
worried about you. You kept saying something about hockey.
Yeah, I know. I was like, come play, Arnie, come play.
I was nervous when you told yourself to shut up.
Yeah.
I was like, you shut up, Arnie.
Oh man. So I did, Helene. Before we get started with our next round, I did want to ask you a question about. So I went on your Facebook page and I see all these pictures of you with John Lennon outside of his hotel.
Not hotel.
Photoshop.
House.
Oh, that was
Paul's
so,
house.
So tell me about this relationship you had with John Lennon. 'Cause I think
Okay. That sounds different than what it is. In the picture on my Facebook where John's actually...
We were just banging. You're making it sound.
Yoko doesn't need to know yet.
You sound like we went out
No,
to
I had a
dinner.
relationship, but it just sounds different. So what happened was I was a Beatle fanatic when I was younger, and I had a dream to meet the Beatles. And to cut the story short, I saw in a magazine that this van was in front of Paul's house. So I went to Paul's house and I stood there. And Paul lives very close to Abbey Road, so they'd leave to go to Abbey Road. But John was living at Paul's house at the time because he was married to Cynthia, but he was with Yoko. So he ended up staying at Paul's house, and they'd walk to Abbey Road from Paul's house. And I was
cross
lucky.
that street and everything all the time, like the album cover?
Yes.
Wow.
But you first go down another street, but that doesn't matter. So every day we walked with them, and they'd get out at 5 in the morning, and the Tube in those days, I don't know how it is now, they would close. So we were like left outside these little vans. I wasn't that young, but we were left outside. The train stopped running. They didn't have Ubers then. So we'd wait for and in some pictures you can see the sun coming up. Well, it's pink, and then we'd walk back to the house. So that, a lot of the pictures are from then, and I thought it wasn't cool to take pictures, so my friend Kathy thought it was cool. She took all the pictures. So the picture of John singing to me, he was walking down the steps of Abbey Road, and I was whiny like a little New Yorker, I guess, a little fan. I went, "You're going to be on David Frost tonight, and we don't have a TV. We stay at the youth hostel." So what he did was, it wasn't like he sang to me in a romantic way. He sang every time I hear a newborn baby cry. So it was really like an insult, but it was funny.
Yeah.
So the picture of him singing
not
to
many
me,
people could say they were insulted and had a song sung to them by John Lennon, the late great John Lennon.
and he was very nice to me. And first I met them in New York. I have a story on YouTube about it's called Helene with John Paul, and it talks about the first time I met them in New York and how I got to do that and hid in
Very
the closet.
cool.
And it was a little closet, and we packed a salami sandwich with
Nice.
rye bread and on rye bread, and we ate it at 10:30.
Mustard or butter?
This is important.
Mustard or butter? Because back in the day, you put butter on a salami sandwich.
Well, kosher
Mustard.
salami.
And with butter.
Finkelstein.
Right before
We
the
put
angioplasty.
Mustard and on rye bread, and then
Mustard.
Mustard.
And I will say, too, if you ever want to meet Adam Lazara, I know a guy who knows a guy who can get you. You can
Rich.
meet. Yeah, Rich.
I don't
No,
what
I know
that
the
is.
guy.
Yeah. Adam is in a band called Taking Back Sunday,
Taking
and
Back
I know
Sunday.
people that know them.
They're touring now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know Ants Marching. They're a Dave Matthews band, but I'm not dropping names like you are.
I don't know Adam.
I
No,
never
just
heard of
John
that.
Lennon.
Yeah, I know.
Just John
I
Lennon.
never heard of Adam Lazar.
That hack.
P.S. I wrote for Joan Rivers. I'm not dropping names.
I wrote
It's just Joan Rivers and Paul McCartney.
Well,
Well, there was like another street. You don't know about the other street.
basis with the guy at the Dairy Shack over there.
Yeah,
Oh, you guys know Abbey Road? Yeah, well, I know the other street. I know the street.
I know the back way up. Yeah.
I named it Abbey right now. But I'm on a bench with John and Paul in Central Park. That's when I first met them.
Very cool. Very
Thanks
cool.
for asking.
awesome.
Some people don't want to be impressed because they have to not be impressed. So I appreciate that you're willing to be impressed.
Yeah, I think that's
You know,
great.
that
dude.
sounds funny, but you know what I mean?
No, I know what you mean. Yeah, I think John Lennon, the Beatles, and anyone who got to meet him, the late great John Lennon, and back then, and is worthy of it, to hear the story.
I don't want to be on the internet. Don't post that on the internet. Don't you dare post it on the internet. Am I having another thing?
Why are you?
There's a
He's
guy
talking
over
to
there,
himself
right?
again.
You see
He's
that
talking to
guy?
himself.
Do you see a guy?
I don't
He's like,
like-
he looks just like, he looks like the hockey guy.
Is that the hockey guy?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't want publicity, Neil?
Neil.
Neil's going to be on Wednesday
there's
night,
nobody-
7 o'clock at Caroline's.
What are you talking about?
Oh, I'm going to have a heart attack.
There's nobody
okay.
over there.
I know.
okay. Hey, Sarah, do me a favor. Can
Yes.
you grab the wheel and just kind of pull it kind of a little bit out of the way now?
Yeah,
Oh,
you could.
thanks
yeah,
a lot.
Right there's
Good
perfect.
job.
Thanks a lot.
All right, so
I didn't
now,
have to do a thing. Look at
now
that.
we are getting ready for a roast battle versus Dracula.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, this is going to be pretty crazy. So, Andy, tell them what's going on with this.
Huge fan of the
wait,
touch.
hold
That's
on,
a
hold on.
great touch.
When performing
That's a great
stand-up
detail.
comedy, comedians should know. Oh, wrong one. Huh. This. Oh. No, I was right. My bad. When performing stand-up comedy, comedians should know how to handle hecklers and to be able to roast a person at the drop of a dime. So this round, these comedians will have to face off and trade insults with Dracula for 3 minutes. This will test each comedian's roasting skills and sharp comebacks.
Yes. So here we go. So first is going to be Rich Reyna versus Dracula in our roast battle. All right, Rich. Are you ready for this one? Have you been studying up about Dracula and vampires?
I mean, who doesn't? I don't want to name drop, but me and Nosferatu.
Good,
Like this.
good evening, Rich.
Good evening.
I just wanted you to know I've been watching the entire thing. I want you to know you've been sucking! You suck! That's a vampire joke. You'll get it. You'll catch up, people. All right.
Well, we're going to go 3 minutes on the clock. And Dracula, have you been studying these comedians and trying to get some good roasts?
Done. I've been around for, I don't know, like 400 years? Conservatively. I mean, really, it's probably like 600. Yes, I've been studying these meatbags.
And you guys are ready.
I'm not gonna be able to keep
All
straight.
right, so Rich, you're going to kick it off when I hit the clock, and then we'll just go back and forth until 3 minutes is up. Okay, guys? And 3, 2, 1, roast.
That's quite an outfit. You definitely put the tranny in the word Transylvania.
Oh!
Hey, it gets lonely in Transylvania. Listen, you guys know, Rich, so far up Jeff Bosey's ass. Everything Jeff Bosey eats, Rich tastes first.
So you have a Dracula alter ego? Why can't you just be like everyone else and just say you're bipolar?
That's good. I like all the transgender and bi things you're doing. Listen, guys, don't know if you know this. Rich, avid golfer, loves golfing. But you know why he does this? He does it so he can play with his little white balls in public. Little white balls. It's golf.
It's golf.
And this time you won't get arrested for it.
Cool. So one show you're Andrew, one show you're Dracula. It must be exhausting being unfunny as two people.
This is very good. This is very
Air
good.
horn, air horn.
This makes
Air horn sounds.
you are definitely getting intent of challenge. Hey, you guys, you notice Rich looks like captain of lacrosse team. Only like way more rapey. Poor Rich. With his raping
leave
with
the
his
raping
team.
aside.
Dracula, I think you need to get your hearing tested. Your wife said, honey, why don't we go to the Cape?
Okay. Listen, guys, technically, Rich isn't gay. He just loves the taste of semen. It's a Gallagher joke. It's about cocaine smelling. Anyway, go on.
Experts claim there's only two ways to kill a vampire: direct sunlight or a wooden stake through the heart. I don't believe it because I've seen him die on stage 100 times.
Oh, dying joke. Very funny. Listen, Rich is a twin, you guys. Yes. But he doesn't have that creepy twin mind connection. He's just creepy.
I heard you sleep in a coffin, which only makes sense because your wife says you're dead in bed anyway.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Listen, guys, you know this. Rich hates Trump, but he's no liberal. No. He's like, Rich is like hating Coca-Cola, but not liking Pepsi either. Rich is the RC Cola of comedians.
I'm not here to judge anyone, but you're probably the only vampire I've ever met that tries to suck blood from a guy through the crotch.
I don't know if you knew this, but that's actually like a thing. Listen, Rich trolls Trump supporters and liberals both. He figures if he can't have a big dick, he might as well be one!
Oh, and time! Wow, very good roast, guys.
Yeah.
Dracula versus Rich Reyna.
He did, Rich. That was way too
Yeah,
tough.
great
No,
job.
it wasn't.
That was
Cape
good.
one, you flipped.
What is that?
The Dracula Cape.
She said, why don't
I
we
said-
go
I-
to
I
the
said, you gotta get
Cape?
your hearing checked. Your wife
Like
said,
Cape
honey, why
Cod
don't
or
we
something?
go to the Cape?
Go to the Cape.
Yes.
As opposed to
Go get your Cape. Get a Cape.
go
Go get a cape and be Dracula.
Hey, it was a vampire stretch.
Dude, I missed the next 3 jokes.
he went paralysis by analysis right after I said Cape.
I was staring at this guy like, hey.
The cape. See, I lived in Massachusetts, so I got it right away.
I can't see your eyes. This is weird. see myself.
Wow.
So
do we do a thing here?
yeah, we're gonna score him in a second. I just want to ask Rich, how you feeling after the roast, man? I know,
Well,
every
you know,
round is
listen, this
less-
is one funny guy, so
Yeah.
I'm happy to get out of there alive. And I knew there'd be a Bozy joke in there. And if we'd have talked beforehand, I would have done 10 each.
You didn't know about Bozy.
Yeah, we were actually going to like completely do an entire
Just roast
Just a
Bozy.
Bozy
Just
joke.
double up on him.
I mean, it's like fishing with dynamite.
it's his dream. He wants two guys to get after him at the same
Oh,
time.
wow! He wants two guys to just.
Oh.
Two. When
Still
you-
got that thing on
when
you,
you lower
Bozy.
it to two.
There's a lot of gay jokes.
That's no Dracula. You always have that fight.
Androgyny, man. You ever see anything having to do with Dracula?
Have you seen Twilight? No, I'm just kidding. All right, so we
Oh,
start
what am I
with you.
gay? Oh, sorry. I'm
We
sorry.
start with you, Neil. What do you think about Rich Reyna's roasting? Wow, a 9
Yeah.
from
Thank
Neil.
I'd give you a 10, but I didn't get that cape joke. I don't know what he's talking about.
Very good.
Oh, man.
That was unbelievable.
Thank
that was
you.
really great.
Thanks.
Good stuff. Good
Crisp,
stuff.
crisp jokes. So, yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
they were
awesome.
great. Good stuff on both ends there. And go ahead, Sally. What do you give
I did
Rich?
the same thing. I gave a 9.
Wow, a 9.
Thank you.
Rich cleaning
Top
up.
notch.
Sarah Martin, what do you give him?
I gave him a 9.
Oh, 9s across the board.
Yeah, because you
Wow.
know what? I think that's so challenging, and I think you were both hysterical back and forth. Like it was constant. So I really enjoyed that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was very WWE. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like you guys just kind of lobbing them back and forth. Just a nice,
And
both working it.
And what I love too is it's one thing to have a roast battle against another comedian or another person, but when you're going against a Dracula, that's a whole nother level of
the Gagoots.
Yeah, exactly.
I
That's
had
what I'm saying.
three
That's
more
what I
for
love
him.
about
I had
this.
3 more for him, too. I was hoping we would go quicker.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
it wasn't quick enough. No.
Let's take
He
a
wants
point off.
he wants a second. He wants a second
No, no.
round.
He wants to go
No,
again.
I'm
Redemption.
done. I'm giving up my chair.
All right, yeah. So, Rich, thank you very much. Rich Reyna, everybody, with his roast. And now Helene
Yeah.
Witt is in the hot seat. She's getting ready.
Hello.
So, Helene, how comfortable are you with roasting? I know that you've written roast jokes before, right?
Yes, and
Made a few roasts before, right? Like a pot roast.
Yeah, probably make a delicious pot roast.
I'm
would
so.
like-
really cooked
Can I have that one back? I don't want to have said that one.
We'll rewind the tape and edit it out.
The truth is, I'm semi against roast, but when I was invited, I thought about what I'm going to do. I talked to my consultant.
There you go.
I pay her $100 an hour.
What part of the roast do you not like?
I don't like when they go after things like, "Oh, you're Jewish," or "Oh, you have a big nose."
Oh,
You
that
know,
kind of
I'd
stuff.
say, "Oh, you're Greek."
Mean-spirited stuff. We don't.
No,
we try to.
nothing mean.
Yeah, we avoid the mean-spirited.
Oh, now you tell me I just wrote some insults.
Oh, that's fine. You
Greek
could
jokes.
you could attack away at
Kidding?
Dracula.
Look at this guy.
It's not a double
He
standard.
invokes the
You can
spirit.
attack him.
Yeah, but
I think I haven't been dealing with Van Helsing for years.
We try to stay away from racial stuff, from religion, all that kind of stuff.
Then I would like it.
Yeah.
I don't know too much
This
about
is just insult him as a human being. just tear him down.
You just took
as a
away my
person-
whole premise. And 2 things you asked me, I want you to know.
All right, nobody told,
all
and
right,
nobody
well-
told me before. I'm gonna have to cross out half these jokes. Just kidding. It's a fucking joke.
2 of the things you related to were strategies I was going for.
All right, well, you can still do those. That's fine, and we are great. So we got 3 minutes. Are going to be on the clock. You're going to fire the first shot. So we're going to start with you, Helene. In 3, 2, 1, roast.
You know, Dracula sucks blood, and the only thing I could relate to about you, Dracula, is that when you go to a bris, the ONeil, the rabbi, sucks the blood out of the little boy's penis. And that's what you remind me of.
Okay, you just made me hungry. I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm famished now. I would love to have
They
a
do
little
have-
baby's dick skin
no.
with blood on it. It'd be very nice. Anyway, let me go on.
They do serve a beautiful brunch after the bris.
Oh, I'm sure. The brunch. Why have to serve anything afterwards? Baby's right there. Okay, you guys know Helene is the reason why the Beatles wrote All Together Now, A Little Help from My Friends, and Come Together. That was all after the orgy.
Oh, wow. All right, Helene, you go.
Go ahead.
That wasn't even an insult. You
I
guys
know.
an experience
No,
Sounds
I'm
like
saying that was awesome. 3 Beatles songs.
with an orgy with me. Okay, that's not a roast. That's a compliment. Thank you. Okay, so I want you to know right off the bat, Dracula, I do not like to put down people. You are a human being, and I'm very positive about our society and our humanity. So it's very hard to make fun of somebody who's wearing the same necklace that my mother got in the Bahamas.
I thought we weren't going to make fun of each other for things about ourselves. Listen, Helene, you're so old. Your blood tastes like vinegar.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
Neil's
we can
sad.
make fun of people. I think that you remind me of this Greek guy that I met shaving off the lamb on 42nd and 2nd. The trouble was I got ptomaine poisoning and my cousin died.
Again, I fail to see how that is an insult. I feel like I should take credit for this. Listen, Helene, so dumb. Put a quarter in each ear because she wanted to hear 50 Cent.
Stupid.
Yes, you're getting it finally. It is stupid.
That's good stuff.
I think that when you wear that costume, Dracula, you should get it dry clean every week between shows because it's starting to have BO.
Well, that makes sense. I've been dead for like 600 years. You know, I was thinking of you all day before this show, Helene. I was at the zoo.
Oh.
I heard we weren't allowed to put each other down. That's why I'm going for the Greek jokes now. Why can't you have a normal Easter? Why do you have to have it the week after? What do you have to have attention?
No, the food's better.
And time. 3 minutes on the clock. Very good roast.
Very good, Helene. Very good.
That was good stuff. That was fun stuff. And I love that you weren't insulted about being in an orgy with the Beatles. That's a good.
Yeah,
No,
how's
I
that
said it
like
was
a
a
bad thing?
compliment. I said it's a compliment.
That would be kind of weird. Like, I guess trippy, you know. Which one would be your least one, Ringo?
No.
George? You wouldn't let George?
I guess
Brass
if I'm
tacks.
asked that question, I'll take any Beatle.
Oh, really? Any?
I have a Beatle room, and I only have 2 bedrooms in my apartment.
Wow, and a
It's a
whole room
Beatle
dedicated
Yeah, I'll
to the Beatles.
send you a video.
Oh, that'd be awesome. That'd be great. All right, so are we ready, everyone? I think Sally, we're kicking this off with you. Helene Witt's roast battle skills.
I thought you were good. I thought, I give you 7.
Nice. 7. Solid score right there.
I feel like Nick Tillelli right here.
Yeah, that's
Zach.
that's when I was in the Paralympics in Rio.
Wow.
Paralympics?
Yeah,
Wait,
I
you're
wasn't
so-
in it. I probably.
I was gonna ask you. How do you sneak in?
I was like, you got like a Tony situation going on? Everyone's sneaking fake legs around here.
All right, Sarah Martin, we go to you next.
Well, I gave a 6.
Wow.
Nice. And what do you think of her sharp comebacks?
I thought you were adorable, but I think you were focusing too much on it being a roast. Also, I think you should have came back even quicker instead of, keep mentioning the roast. But
Okay.
otherwise, I enjoyed it
I appreciate
for your
that
first
input.
roast.
Yeah, very nice.
I said 7.
Nice, a 7 from Neil Rubenstein.
Because there were a few times where you were just like, also you smell bad, or like, you know what I mean? It was like, well, that's not really a joke. All right.
It's a more of a statement. Like when she told him he smelled, it was just more of a statement. Like I'm not.
It's like, you're a vampire, and that's terrible.
And completely valid.
I didn't say that.
No, I know.
But that's funnier than anything I did say.
But what's
And
good
I'll vote
though
for you Wednesday.
is you're not a mean-spirited person. You're not a roaster. It's not your style. So what's good about this though is it does take comedians out of their comfort zone to do different things, to write different styles of jokes. You handled it. You went up against Dracula for crying out loud, and
Is he going to leave that?
I think he's gonna leave.
I hope.
And you got Dracula all hungry for baby foreskins.
Oh, my
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
When there's such a nice spread there are other things to eat.
Yeah, exactly. He'll rather the foreskin.
I gotta go back to why would you need to eat anything after that?
That was the first one where I was like, huh.
You were
do you
laughing
think
so
it came
hard,
from?
I thought I was going to win the whole night.
Her comeback
Neil
was, and there's a nice spread for bro. I was like, that's Is that okay?
Now, Neil, have you ever been in a roast battle in your years of doing stand-up?
I have not battled. I don't like it. I've been in roasts where it's like we're all on the dais and stuff.
Right.
I don't love it.
It's tough, especially like there's other roasts where they get real harsh and real hardcore. Like, you know.
Yeah, because I feel like people are bad writers in general, and like I don't want to hear 10 fat jokes that are worse than my worst fat joke.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
if you're not gonna like I have 10 minutes on being fat. If your joke isn't going to touch my joke, why are you bringing jokes here?
Right, yeah.
And that's the only thing. I mean, you know.
reason to do our 3 minutes of stand-up.
Well, no, if it's about you.
You were going to talk about Neil being fat? That's so fucked up.
That's his whole 3 minutes. Wow.
It wasn't. If it's not going to be good.
Stole my card.
That's the thing. I mean, like, as the more and more comedians and premises get used, you have to be more and more clever, and I think that gets more and more difficult as we move on. Like, how many fat jokes could there be? And you know what I'm saying? And people still continue to try to feed off of that premise. Is that part of your act?
I mean, my opener is basically a roast joke, like, you know, I sound like the person I look like I kidnapped.
That's kind of true. I love that.
I was going to tell you, I saw you a few weeks back. I thought when you came out early in the show, I thought that was the best joke
get the microphone.
of the night. And that's a great joke.
Right.
Yeah,
so
Such
unless
a
you're
great
going to come at me with a roast joke better than that joke.
That joke,
Right,
that
yeah.
joke is perfect.
Exactly.
That's so good.
Because you do have a kind of mild way about you, but you look like you could tear somebody's head
that
off.
joke on the way home from the show.
Oh, that's where we met. Here you were.
Here, but I saw you at McGuire's. You did a fundraiser show.
Give him the mic.
Oh, because here I just did crowd work.
I didn't see you in that. I saw you in the room, but I wasn't in the show. Yeah. I saw you at McGuire's though
You
for a
saw me at
fundraiser.
McGuire's. Okay.
Yeah.
I like McGuire so much.
So, Sarah, have you been casting all of us now in a new movie? Like, are you? What parts? If you were going to make a movie with this ensemble, what would it be? Let's just put you on the spot for a second.
Walking Dead.
It's called Internet Radio, My Nightmare. No, I'm just kidding.
It's we call it face
You
for
wouldn't be the
radio.
first one.
I thought we said no roasting. What are you doing?
He's heard
It's
all our
actually a
feelings.
series. No, I'm just kidding.
We almost made that our website.
No, but I mean, you do have to have thick skin to be in this industry. One point or another, and then when you're being roasted, that's when you really. Arnie Price, thanks again, buddy. Arnie's just come in
Thanks,
and waving
Arnie.
goodbye to all of us.
Yeah, I'm hot too.
All right, definitely, thank you. But yeah, I mean,
The undergarments.
How you gonna tell the difference?
No one does it.
definitely have to have thick skin. All right, so we are getting ready.
Yeah, I'm worried.
We're getting ready to move on to our final round, which will be the stand-up round. But before we do that, Helena, you enjoying yourself? You having fun?
I'm having so much fun, and I was so honored to be chosen till I saw Arnie come in, and he said he did it, and he's brand new, so it's like, oh boy.
Well, Arnie did it like our third episode ever. Him and Bruce Lipsky, they're best friends. The two of them came
Bruce
in.
is my best friend.
Yeah, they went against each other. Bruce won. Hey, Bruce beat Arnie, but we keep bringing Arnie back to do our sponsor reads.
I'm a big fan of this.
His card?
I'm a big fan of putting comedian on the card.
Oh, he wrote he is a comedian, folks. Arnie Price.
It originally said model, but they weren't moving.
But the printer has integrity. There's integrity in the printer.
I changed my mind. I changed my mind about roasting. I wanna.
You want to go at him.
You want to roast Arnie?
Go get
We
him
can
in the
bring
parking
Arnie
lot.
back and have you go at him. Hey, Andy, when you get a sec, anything going on for comments at home? Any of our friends?
Disheveled ass.
He's like half dressed.
He's running around. It's not easy doing what Benny does.
My friend
Yeah,
wrote
no, that's how
Braveheart
Benny is
Yeah.
the hardest
against
working man.
Dracula.
You should definitely double his pay.
He doesn't know if he's Dracula or Andy.
I don't know anymore.
My friend wrote Braveheart up against Dracula.
Oh, nice. Very good.
There's a Tom Scarpatonio.
Tom Scarpio.
Oh, Tom.
So Rich really sunk his teeth into him that round.
Oh, I see what he did there.
Stay tuned for the
Yeah,
after
yeah.
party, you guys.
Hero week. Try the veal.
Try the waitress, tip the veal.
There's a guy, Craig Witkowski.
Oh, Craig Wachowski.
He said, "From Vlad the Impaler to Drac the Failer." Loved it.
Oh,
No, that's all. No, that's
nice.
awesome. I'm
That's
like,
a
why
good
the hell didn't
burn.
you people come up with that?
Nice, Craig. Nice, Craig.
Like, boy, I was up against lame-o.
You people.
Yes, and then Jeff actually gave you props for saying the best was how he dies in both characters on stage.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's just some people saying who's keeping track. You guys are.
Yeah.
Oh.
Of the scoring?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
No, I made special sheets.
It's like
Yes.
Little League. It's a tie.
Just everybody's getting a trophy. Coming out. Thanks for coming out.
keep the comments coming, everybody. Andy will read them if he deems them worthy. And, this is, and let us know what you're thinking of the comedians, what you think of the judges, what you think of me. And always good things are always welcome. you can roast away.
You
If
will
you-
only give good things.
I was watching one of the shows and I was impressed that you laughed as much as you did because I wasn't laughing watching it and you were like hysterically laughing. You too, and I went, wow, they're
It's-
easy to make laugh.
It's the edibles. It's
I
the edibles.
was like, Don definitely laughs at everything. I don't know how to feel about that.
Well, there's an energy in the room that you're not going to get alone at home or on your phone or something.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
There's,
No matter how much
you
you
have
pay.
to bring the energy up. Yeah, exactly.
Jesus. Yes.
But now is the time for their best 3-minute sets. So this is also a tough round because it's not easy, like you said, in the small room with just us. It's kind of like auditioning for a movie or something like that. They're going to come in here and they're going to give us their 3 best minutes.
Yeah, I don't envy
It's
this.
nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Can we just do 3 minutes?
Oh, not the best.
Best is a very.
They could really be any 3 minutes.
Andy, tell us what's going on.
All right, Don. This is the round that we've all been waiting for. This is where we get to see the best 3 minutes that each comedian has. This is the best of their stand-up sets. This will show us the skills that pay the bills. Each comedian will have 3 minutes on the clock. Back to you, Don.
Yes. Very good. And here we go. We're going to start. Helene starts us off, right? Is that
she went first.
Oh, so Rich Reyna will start us off. So, Helene, you can go in the
What
back.
a rat. What a rat. No, I go first.
Are you sure you
No, it's me first, Don. Me first.
We can actually stand for the stand up.
Yes, you can stand for the stand-up.
And
You can hold that microphone.
we can time ourselves, you said, right?
Yep.
Okay. 3.
Yep. And we'll go
Wait, before you start, where are you going to stand? Because I want to make sure that the camera is.
I was going to stand like right here. Is that good?
Is that Bosie's?
Bosie is here to cheer you on.
Jeff Bosie's?
Wait, you don't think he looks like a guy from the Adjustment Bureau movie?
He looks like a guy from Bosie's.
Aw.
We got Jeff Bosie is
Yay!
come to visit
Jeff!
and watch it as we do the last 3 minutes.
What's up?
We're getting
Oh,
ready.
you're
Oh, he
the
brings
man.
some
Look at
beer
that.
too.
We gotta
Very
let him
nice.
Where's
Very
I take back everything I said about Jeff Bosey.
WTF. No, I'm just kidding.
So, okay, Rich Reyna, are you ready to do your best 3-minute set?
I'm ready to do 3 minutes.
All
Can
right.
I
Here we
just
go.
wait? I just have to make fun of him. He needed to stand up for this. Go ahead.
You want me to sit? You
I
feel
don't-
intimidated? You feel
I
like
don't
you're in
want-
court again?
Oh, that was so good.
We haven't even started the clock yet.
I get out of
He's
here.
already going, yeah.
Damn.
All right.
The
You
roast
got a 2.
Sweet. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, give a big hand for this comedian, Rich Reyna, everybody.
Well, it is getting very expensive to live on Long Island. I really had to make some tough financial decisions. I wound up canceling cable, Netflix, and Apple TV. I'm saving money every month, but now there's nothing on television. Last night, I binge watched my Ring doorbell. To make things worse at home, we had to put a pet down this week. He wasn't sick or hurt. I had no choice. His stick figure decal fell off the back window at the car wash. Yeah. But I still got the dog. Matter of fact, I just did something similar to Ancestry.com for my dog. It's called Embark. And it turns out that my mutt from Freeport is actually half Bichon and half Maltese from Roslyn Heights. Since we got the results back, she's become so uppity. She won't even shit now unless I pick it up with a Bloomingdale's bag. Aside from being a pet lover, I'm also a dad. I think it's just the most amazing thing you can be, and it's been the best 19 years of my life. My son is 23, but during high school, he was kind of a dick. So, and I'm not just a dad, but from the time my son was 4, I was a single dad. And when you're a single dad, you got to do a lot of different things. I had to do Cub Scout meetings, Chuck E. Cheese parties, the 3rd grade teacher. But there's nothing more rewarding than watching your kids grow up, find a career that they're happy with, and become financially independent. As a matter of fact, I'm hoping this is the last year that I have to take an allowance from my mom. So I don't know if you're familiar with this new craze that's going around, new recreational craze, axe throwing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my girlfriend and I actually did it last week. Well, we were cleaning out the garage together after 20 minutes. I got to be honest with you, axe throwing was really fun. Except I was a little bit troubled by the bathrooms. They had baby changing tables. Now, I'm not sure if the people from Child Protective Services work on commission, but that's like fishing with dynamite over there. To be honest, axe throwing was not the weirdest thing my girlfriend and I have done together. We actually took a couples cooking class. And at the beginning of the class, the chef said, "Please assess your partner's cooking skills." And I said, "Chef, my girlfriend is to the culinary world what Stephen Hawking is to kickboxing." Oh. My girlfriend only makes 3 dishes: fried chicken, grilled chicken, and blackened chicken. Well, she makes 2 dishes. The last one is just a result of someone calling while the stove is on.
And
thank
you. Very good, Rich Reyna, with his best 3 minutes. That was very good stuff, Rich Reyna. Good job, my friend. All right, so we're going to start off this thing with Neil, and then we're going to go around, but I'll give you a second if you need it.
Let me go last on this.
Well, I'll talk to Rich for a second. And
Is he going to change my 2? Bastard.
So, Rich, you did all 4 rounds. You did a very good job, I must say, my friend. I know you were a little nervous coming in. You rocked it, though. You did great every step of the way. So I just want to give you kudos.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Before we get the scores going. Yes, very good. And we'll. Is everybody ready to score it?
Yeah.
All right. So Neil, we'll kick it off with you.
All right, I'm giving you a 9.
Wow.
Oh, hey, thank you.
I'm gonna be serious. You obviously know what the hell you're doing. You're a phenomenal writer.
Thank you.
I think there's some things that are gonna come with time. Like if you're sticking to it, if you stay as what's the word? If you take it as seriously as you seem to be taking it, there's going to be some stuff that comes with time. I think some of your choices on like pivot words and punch words, I think you're a little confused on some of them. Mm-hmm. So some of the things you're getting the laugh before you finish talking, and that sometimes steps on some of your laughs. So even with that, I think you had like something like 15 or 16 laugh lines in this 3 minutes, which is, I mean, that's perfect writing.
Thank you.
You know, I mean, I guess the goal would be maybe 8, but 8 a minute. But I mean, that's the best of the best to 8 a minute. And I would just go back in with your editing glasses on and like look at some of your pivot words, some of your twists, and see where you can shorten your speeches after the words. So like in particular, there was that the decal falling off the car. Mm-hmm. There's like a whole bunch of words after we're already laughing. You can stop talking. We got the joke.
Gotcha.
You can stop talking and worry about your next tag at that point. Things like that. And then the other thing, you definitely have a pattern. 3 minutes, you shouldn't be able to recognize a cadence like that. You're very 1-2 laugh, 1-2 laugh, 1-2 laugh. I would try to mix that up a little bit as your sets get longer, because that gets exhausting for the audience in a 15-minute set or a 20-minute set. As you get those kinds of sets right now, you're probably only doing 7-minute showcase sets, so it's no big right. So it's no big deal. But as those get longer, you're gonna wanna break up your cadence a little bit so people don't start sleeping on those jokes.
Okay.
And then the other thing I would say is maybe go a little bigger on some of those stuff. So like you had like a couple of expressions, like fishing with dynamite, and then the other thing was Stephen Hawkins at a karate whatever.
Kickboxing.
Let's get you have it in you. Let's go back in. Let's take a little bit closer look at those lines and make them a little bit more original and more. We're not seeing them. Stephen Hawking joke. Okay, you're obviously better than that. Let's go. Let's find something bigger. Let's heighten that. Let's go crazy on those jokes.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That's
Thanks.
Yeah, this is what I wanted to be here for. Something like this, where you're just,
This
where
was great
this
stuff.
is actually like, you're a great joke writer.
Thank you. Appreciate
Excellent.
that.
Wow, and then what a critique from Neil Rubenstein. Wow. And now, Sally, follow that.
Sally just lays a number and then drops the mic.
No, I love following that because I do.
It
I
was
love
awesome
following
advice.
that because really, like, I mean, I'm just here as like, who would be an audience member for you guys doing stand up. Like that's just all I can offer. I don't know how to do what you do. I just know if it makes me laugh or not. That's all I can do. But to have Neil do something like that, thank you. That's like so nice to give your time and really critique it.
Isn't that
You
what
know?
I mean, that's
Yeah,
what
No,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
exactly what you should be doing. But you were great. So
Thank you,
Thank you.
Sally.
No,
Tell
I
the
love
world
that.
how good I am.
I gave Neil
Thank
a
you,
10.
Neil's awesome. I know. I'm going to give you a 9 and Neil a 10.
Damn it!
Man, I went contest I ain't even in.
A 9 from Sally
Best
O'Neill.
judge
Thank you.
ever.
Wow, very good. All right, Sarah Martin. What do
Gave
you?
you an 8.
An 8
Thank
from
you.
Sarah
I thought
Martin.
you were awesome.
Thank you.
I thought you delivered really well on your jokes. I think you can go bigger because I think you could do
Bigger for
even
sure.
better. I think you can go even better. I
Thank
think
you.
you're very capable of it. I think you're a great writer.
Who doesn't want to hear a woman say you
Oh.
could be bigger?
And I think you're very castable. I cast a lot of comedians
Thank you.
in my films. So
Thank you. You
Very
have you need a burn victim? Bozy. Where's Bozy?
oh my god, you almost killed him. So yes, and he was in my last film.
Oh, really? Yeah, Jeff Bosey in your film?
He was. Yes.
Oh, very nice.
Hey,
Please tell me it wasn't porn.
He was the guy who lived under the stairs.
We had to get him to put his clothes on a few times.
I got to tell you though, Jeff
Why
was
you
a
naked
great
again?
tree. He was such a good tree.
Just in the background. Very good.
Well,
Well,
thank
Rich,
you. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Rich Reyna, everybody.
Amazing.
Now we bring
Yeah,
in
great job, Rich.
Wow.
Helene Witt. How are you?
Oh, I'm just calm as all hell.
Woo!
All right. Are you ready to do your best 3 minutes?
Yeah.
All right. So now after seeing all this, you ready to rock and roll? You feeling good? How you feeling?
Nervous?
Yeah, I think you're going to do
I have
great.
a lot of people watching.
Yeah, oh,
Can't
good.
believe it.
Yes.
They have nothing else to do right now. Watch
Hey,
this.
watch it on Saturday night.
Me, I'm not talking about me. I'm not talking about all of you,
Yes.
but I mean a lot of my people just
And
watching.
leave your comments, everybody, and like I said, Andy will read them after we get the scores. Before we announce the winner, we'll read some more comments from our folks at home. So are you ready? We're gonna do
You
3
haven't
minutes.
had classes for me.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know her, you love her. She loves the Beatles, even in orgies, and she's a great comedian. Here she is, ladies and gentlemen, Helene Witt. Yes, give her a hand for her.
Hi, you might be looking at me wondering, is that the love child of Ruth Bader Ginsburg and Keith Richard? A lot of people think I look like Barry Manilow and Barbara Streisand, but I'm actually 70 years old, and I'm so excited. Thank you, thank you. When I was 69, I blew out my candles and I made a wish for 69. And I love getting older. You know, when you get older, you might not know this, but you get a lot of freebies. Like Wendy's gives you coffee for half price, and the Subway half price. And I'm losing my hair, but the good news is I know where it's going. It's going to my knuckles. Then if I fall and I can't get up, it just supports me. It's too fabulous. And I got the varicose veins. I call mine the Google Roadmap to Adventure. This road takes you to the Sterling Forest, which you young girls don't know. You have the Brazilian and all. This road takes you to the Dead Sea. But I'm a school teacher from New York City. I'm so proud of being retired now, and I just look back at all the excitement in the school, like you walk in the building and you see the school colors, black and blue and dried blood red, and that's on the teachers. When we were young, we used to carve our sweetheart's name on the desk. These kids carved their sweetheart's name in their sweetheart. Very, very tough. And the mayor used to say, no matter what goes on in the classroom, make it into a teachable moment. So I'm 5 feet tall, I'm breaking up a fight, and this kid goes, he choked me terrible. I said, stop, you're using your adverbs incorrectly. He choked you terribly. And then there was the time I was teaching measurement. They never gave us money for supplies, so I went home, I brought in my bathroom scale, my Weight Watchers scale, and my cocaine scale. I'm only kidding, I never went to Weight Watchers. But I am getting older, and it's very exciting. You know, they have this new thing in the school called the participation trophies. Have you heard of this? That would have been good at my honeymoon. In fact, both honeymoons. I was married twice because they participated, but very little was accomplished. Yeah, I was married to a Chinese guy and a Jewish guy. And you might wonder, what's the difference? Well, this is PC, so I don't want to say, but they're both cheap and drive terribly. Yeah, I'm saying that on Facebook. Yeah, so, you know, an exciting thing happened the day that I met this guy from Brooklyn. But he exaggerated on his singles ad. He said that he loved long hikes. So we go to his apartment building on Bragg Street. Very little to brag about. He belonged around the corner at Knapp Street. But he presses the button to go up the elevator one flight. What kind of hiker is that? So then he also wrote on his singles ad, loves romantic horse and buggy rides. Hello, you're not Amish. You live in Sheepshead Bay. How many minutes do I get?
That's it. 3
Oh,
minutes.
good.
Excellent. Very good. Helene Witt, everybody. Great job, Helene. All right. So, how you feel? You got through all the 4 rounds, too?
Well, I might have gone too fast.
You think you went too fast with your set?
I tried to get more jokes, but maybe that was to my detriment.
I think you were rocking it. I think you were flowing along nicely. I love your personality, your persona.
Let's see what she thinks.
When you do it.
Oh, why did I go first?
Yeah, I think we're starting.
No, I'm just looking
Yeah.
for.
Oh, I think I kicked you.
You say excellent, and then you give an 8, so that's why I worry.
Well, I gave you a 7.
Thank you.
I thought you were adorable. I thought you continued with the jokes really well.
Thank you.
Very
you know what I
nice.
mean? When you said excellent, Tim, and you got an 8, she's strict.
Oh, I thought you were strict.
Wednesday at 7.
All right, Neil, what do you think of Helene
Thank
Witt's? An 8. There we go.
Apologize for thinking I was giving you some.
Neil's heard all these at Climate.
I've heard some of those already. Well, I'm a fan of yours already. You're adorable. Yes, you recognized it off the bat. You're going way too fast, but we're not. There aren't big laugh breaks here anyway, so it doesn't matter. This is the one place you're gonna get away with that. If we were on stage somewhere,
I'd
you'd
slow down.
probably look a little nervous, but I know that's not nerves. I know you're a vet. There's no.
I was trying to get a lot of jokes in.
And
but
you
thank
did. You got. I mean, if we're talking about just last for a minute, you were up to like 7, or like 6.5. But it again, you can't replicate that on stage. So it's like a not a correct metric. The only thing I love how you go small, which I think is really funny. Like your big things are like are super trivial. Like Wendy's. You know what I mean? It's like I get all these great things for it's Wendy's. I get free Wendy's. So I think that's like a really funny thing that you do. And I think the one thing that you do that that I don't love is you don't let yourself just tangent. You excuse the tangent. You go on these trips, which are hilarious and delightful and weird, and then you get to a point where you recognize what you're doing and you're like, oh, well, that's not what I'm trying to do here. No, let yourself do it. That's what you do.
Good coaching.
Yeah, that's what you do. That's who you are. Just let that happen. Eventually, you're going to find a place. I don't know, but eventually, if you let yourself do it, you'll
There's
get to
a place for us.
Right, you'll get to a place where it's just.
West Side Story.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Thank you.
But yeah,
I'm not discounting that. That's good
you're
coaching.
you're delightful. So.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Wednesday.
Sally, what do you think, Helene Witt?
7 o'clock.
Yeah, I thought you were great. I was thinking the speed thing too, but I was thinking the same thing, that like you didn't have to stop for laughs. So like, why not? Why not just? I followed it. Like some people talk so fast I can't follow it, and I followed every single thing that you were saying. Yeah, I give you an 8.
An 8.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. She's coming to my birthday party.
Very good.
I
Very
love
good.
cake.
Yeah, I can't stress, man. I really, because I've seen you do these like just where you just go into this weird wormhole. I just want you to go there.
Okay.
I don't want you to apologize and come back to your main central thesis. I want you to just stay lost in the world and like let's just see what Helene's talking about.
Because there's a lot of nuggets.
Yeah,
while she's
like there's
going
so many
there.
like
Yeah.
weird little things. You're like, whoa, like.
Yeah, if you just follow like for the fans, for the folks at home watching you, when you just follow your tangent, there's little jokes all tied within where you're just enjoying the tangent that you're going on.
And really good proof of that is earlier tonight the snakes on a plane and what was the first movie? Throw Mama from a Train.
Yeah, right.
You said that came to you on the spot,
Yeah, on the
and
spot.
so you got to this funny place to throw Mama from the train, and then you did snakes on a plane, and then you apologized and went back to the main joke, and it's like, nah, you're out there already, just swim in it, just
got
go,
it. Thank you.
be there. That's,
Yeah, because your persona is funny. You
Well,
as a
fuck
human
me, what
being.
do I know?
Well, you're funny.
I've
Just
been doing this like
naturally.
6 weeks.
In a conversation, you're funny. So I think you just go on a tangent. Like I agree totally with what everybody's
I
saying.
called him tonight. I said I might be a few minutes late. I have to go to the bathroom. Should I just get there on time, or do you think I could stop to go to the bathroom? And I said, why would you say that to Don Sill right now? Why was that necessary to call him and say that?
But that's
Because
but
he
that's
knew he was
the
going to be in the bathroom.
but that's the fun. Like to me, that's like, yeah. Why wouldn't you say it? You know,
Yeah,
you're
right,
like, why,
right,
like,
exactly, yeah.
yeah, say that,
Yeah,
say
yeah.
that.
It's really not his problem. He's putting on a radio show right now. I didn't
No,
want to be late. I was worried.
Yeah, and you made it on time.
Like
and
we start at 7 and Helene's not here.
yeah, that
in
would
the
be.
bathroom.
We'd be in a little pickle at that point. Andy, how is everything going on the internet? Anybody, any comments or what are the people at home saying about all of these 4 rounds that these 2 great comedians just went
Anything
through?
about my mom, don't read this.
Anything from my mom. to
Right.
Actually, Andy, can you move a little bit towards Rich?
Well, everybody's mom is. Wow, these are some really dirty things they're all saying about themselves. About themselves. People loving the rapid fire jokes. A lot of just positive, good job, good material. A lot of people appreciating the words of wisdom, Neil.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying good
that
job,
was-
Neil.
That's
So
all-
are the normal judges you have garbage?
No, we always have great
They're
judges.
usually sober.
right up until I lost, they were awesome.
We always have great judges, but it's always great with the insight, and you just did really great job judging, and so did Sarah, and so did everybody. Sally is always so you guys rock. And hey, we might all get movie roles after this, all of
Hey.
us.
Or at least bagels.
Listen, Zach.
I'll settle for a bagel. I will. I am a settler.
All right, so I think we're getting close to the final score here.
Yeah, I'm on top. This is so. My degree is in math.
You're
Yeah,
out of
oh,
your
wow.
mind right now.
I know.
Well, there's that
It's a
too.
tough
Yeah,
job.
Can the
Take a step
audience
over
see
so you're on
this?
camera.
Oh, okay. So you actually want to
It's
see
a
me?
really tough job
I thought
doing
I was
what
gonna-
Andy's
8 layers of
doing.
clothing and makeup, and
So you
he's
stand
not
in.
sweating at all.
Can you get? So you stand in between the two of them?
Oh, so that I can get hit by somebody? Sure. Okay.
Sure, that's a safe
There we go.
spot.
Look, there's
There
Andrew
we go.
I
Paginos.
see
There he
space.
is, a handsome son of a
Brad.
bitch. There
If I
he
grab
goes.
his tushy, will you give me an extra?
Yeah, well, I might have to. That's the most
So-
action I've gotten since the 70s.
So Andy,
No, I mean 70-year-old women. I like to bang them.
so you tallied up the score. You are a mathematician.
I am.
So we know-
Actually, that is the technical term, and I am a mathematician.
Are you
Very
really?
good.
Yeah.
Oh,
do you do
yeah.
for a living?
Yes.
Oh, well, what I do for a living is I make plastic parts. I own a small plastic injection molding business.
Dude, you're the problem.
Yeah.
We need more mathematicians.
You're the problem.
Plastic casters. You make plastic
You sound
casters.
just like my mother. Did she text you?
Well, he wants to know if you can fix his blow coat.
You tell him after 15 he's got to pay. That's his 15th one.
I'm joking.
So funny.
You told that mother joke and I thought I would die.
Yeah. No dying, Sarah.
Okay.
All right. Sarah's.
You coughed on the train.
Yeah, I know. She just coughed on the train,
I
folks.
did.
We're all infected.
So, am I building drama?
Yes. So now Andy Plagano, you all right?
I wish I had a cough drop. I just ate it.
Plastic parts for what?
Like mainly planes. Like
You build
Boeing-
plastic
no.
parts for planes.
Right, like the 787. I make like all the light and air fixtures.
Mental note: never fly a 787.
Yes.
That's very
Wait,
cool.
you
I
work
need
for
to
like
do
a-
my airplane shoot.
There you go. See, how we got-
Surely you must be
for
kidding.
a big company,
Synergy,
or
baby.
you work for out of your basement?
No, I have a shop. I have
You have a
a
shop,
Oh my God.
2-unit shop.
a 2-unit shop.
Yeah, I got 2 units, baby. I just wanted to
You
say that.
started off tonight talking about how you can't like judge a comic ever, and then here you are, you like
What do you mean
sized him up
judging
as
a
like
comic?
someone
No,
who like wouldn't know
you
stuff.
don't-
No, he doesn't see me as a comic, Sally. Obviously.
No, that's not what I meant. I meant like you can't judge whether someone's gonna be good or not.
Oh, all
I
right.
mean, like you look at Jeff and you're like, "There's no way that guy's not hilarious."
Yeah,
You're like,
right.
this guy looks hilarious. And then you hear him and you're like, "Oh, I was wrong." You're like, so I'm just saying, you can't.
I should not have dropped out of college.
Andy's got a really like interesting life. Like he can. What did you? Andy? What did you do in the military?
I was a aircraft maintenance scheduler, so I was in charge of like planning all of the maintenance and which aircraft flew based on maintenance.
But he could also
smart,
like.
man. He's
Can't you
just-
read things backwards and upside down?
Backwards and
on
upside down because I was a supervisor. Yeah, I was a staff sergeant.
Yeah, like he could read the paper that like Don. He could read that right now. You know
Which
what
is
I mean?
terrible. Yeah, no.
Without-
It's
Yeah.
Really because Don can't, and he's
And I'm
Yeah.
sitting with the face front, and I'm like, Andy, read this for me, please.
But
all
you
right.
seem like such a herb.
that felt good.
Can I just say something? Can I just say something about Jeff real quick? There's something about you that's like everyone loves you. How did that happen? It was like
Have you been to his house?
no, but it's so funny because like
His mouth is like a velvet glove.
I mean I met you like a couple of times, but everyone talks about you like you're their favorite person to tease.
Oh, hit that thing.
Well, to be fair, I pay everybody $20 for that.
And Jeff's he definitely supports the Long Island comedy scene
Yeah,
like no
yeah,
other.
so, yeah.
So
I'm a
give
big
it hand
advocate.
for Jeff
I'm a
Bosey.
big advocate for all
He's
comedians.
half the punchlines.
Yeah.
He really it's just so funny because I've never seen like a community of people rally around one person the way
Like a Make-A-Wish kid.
it really
Yeah.
is.
Well, let me tell you.
He's our entry into the Special Olympics
Yeah.
for sure.
Thank you.
For sure.
Let me tell you
he won't win.
about Bosey.
But we definitely want him to be hugged by somebody,
Yes.
not me, at the end of that race.
like you talk about like just like it isn't even just like comedians that he supports. Like I work at White Post Farm during the crappy season that they have there, and I make kettle corn. Jeff came out to buy kettle corn. You know,
There you
he's
go.
like that nice.
It's all about support and doing the right thing.
You charged him.
No, I just
He sat in
like,
that
"Yo, I got
car
the ill."
steaming. He was steaming.
Kettle corn.
He posted that on Facebook. He was so angry.
Hold the
pretty
bag
sure I
later.
gave
I mean,
it
he
to you.
deleted it right
You
after.
did.
I gave it
Yeah,
to him
you
for
did.
free.
You did give me
I just got
the free
fired
ride.
for him.
All right, well, let's get to this now.
All
Who
right.
won tonight's game? Andy, tell us what happened.
So the point totals as they came out, Helene came down with 82 points, and Rich, as the winner, did come down with 100.5.
Wow. Very good battle.
And
Bet on
great.
him. I just made $100.
and so and
What does
in,
Rich win?
in winning, you have won something that it took me to get all the way until the semifinals to win,
He's
which
not
is a
bitter.
T-shirt, a Pasusu.
Yes, there
Put
you
up,
go.
shut up, stand up.
The put up, shut up, stand up T-shirt.
It's beautiful.
You're the
This
winner.
one's way nicer than
Yes.
mine.
Just the size, make sure it fits with the
Wow.
label.
Thank you.
Yes, very good job. Helene, you did great. Fantastic.
was.
Thank you so much for coming down.
My pleasure.
And
Thanks for having us.
being hilarious, as always. We love you. Helene Witt, everybody catch her. Find her on Facebook. Catch her live. She's performing all over the place, all over New York and Long
Comic
Island.
strip.
You
Yeah.
played all these
Tomorrow
folks
I'm
here.
going to the open mic that Arnie's starting.
Oh,
Bruce
good.
Lipsky tomorrow night.
Very
Oh, I'm
good.
gonna have
Very
to
good.
You're all
avoid, I'm
invited.
gonna have to avoid that. If Arnie's doing, I'm
Yeah.
gonna
You're all invited, but
do my
avoid it.
best to. Where is it actually? It's Sundays. It's Sundays?
Woodbury or
It's the
Plainview or
first
something?
time. It's
Yeah.
the first one tomorrow.
And where's it gonna be? You don't
Uh,
know? Are you not allowed to
You
say?
can look at. No, I
If you
forget.
look
I
at
have
Arnie
to put
Price's,
it in
if
my
you look at Arnie
GPS.
Price's,
I'm never
website.
gonna look at Arnie Price.
Look up Arnie. Look in Arnie's Facebook or mine.
I'll look on yours.
But I want to say congratulations, Rick, Rich Reyna.
Thank you.
You won. You did it, buddy.
Thank you very much.
You now won the T-shirt and also a spot in the tournament, which we're going to announce those dates.
When's the next one? August?
Yeah, it's coming up like down the pike. Yeah, probably in the summertime.
Nice. She's going to have 4 movies out by the time we have the
Yeah,
next
hey, maybe she's going to cast all of us in a movie. You never know.
I'm working on another one this year, so we'll see what happens.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sarah, I think we got a couple more minutes. Yeah, tell us what you got going on, where people can find your movies, and the new movie you got coming out.
All right, I'm Sarah Martin, CEO of Silent Envy Productions. I make horror films. We do a bunch of commercials, music videos, whatever it is that somebody needs for their video needs. And we have our premiere of The One next month. I'm going to be announcing it on Tuesday, the location. And I hope that you go. It's going to be great. My website is www.silentenvyproductions.com. And you can follow me on Instagram, Silent Envy Productions. You can follow me on Facebook, facebook.com/silentenvyproductions.
SilentEnvyProductions.com. Sarah Martin, her new movie's coming out. We all go to the premiere.
Yeah.
And Neil, what do you got cooking?
Man,
He's in a contest Wednesday.
yeah, I'm in the Carolinas March Madness. I'm touring all over the place. Just released a 7-inch EP. You can listen to it on Spotify, or you can buy the vinyl on enjoytheredrecords.com. Everything's at neilrubenstein.com. I do YouTube channel, Spotify, the podcast. You know,
Now,
I throw everything against the wall, see what sticks.
I did see a cool video. I just want to see how much time we got. A cool video of you with Taking Back Sunday where you got out on stage and started going nuts, screaming.
Yeah.
You got that screamo vibe. Are you the front of the band?
I fronted a band a long time ago, but this is the past.
Yeah.
I was on the first couple of Taking Back Sunday records as backup. So when they do like anniversary stuff and like big events, like I will do my parts on that. But they were actually they were kind enough to let me open for them at Starland this past December. Doing like 10 minutes of stand up.
Oh wow, very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, it was fun. Those guys are cool to me.
Yeah, man. You're a man of many talents. You do your Neil reviews it on YouTube.
Yeah.
The Traffic.
In Traffic. Actually, Adam's going to be a guest this week on In Traffic.
Adam Lazaro, who I told you I know people know him.
The contest is important because it's
The contest
audience.
is important. It's audience it's audience vote. But it's we'll see what happens with that. I mean, I'd like to win some stuff, but
Hey.
I just want to be good at this.
Yeah, that's it. You rock, man. Sally O'Neill, what do you got cooking?
I was just writing in Neil's
Thank
information.
you.
Is that spelled right?
Neil Rubenstein.
Oh, she's putting it on there for
Yes,
everyone
yes,
at
yes,
home.
yes,
They
yes,
can
yes,
log on, just a click away to see Neil Rubenstein. Check out all his videos. Check out Sarah Martin's stuff. Check out Knock 'em Dead Comedy, Monday through Friday with Sally O'Neill, Tony Walker, and Eric Shevlin. Rocking and rolling,
And
doing
Don
their thing.
Sill sometimes.
Yes, and I stop by every once in a while
Shevlin.
and have a great time. Shevlin.
That's how you pronounce that.
Shevlin.
Too many letters.
I know it took me forever to learn that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Forever.
Too many letters.
I couldn't even believe it.
Shevlin.
Yeah, Skajevlin.
It's like a Scrabble rack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? If the few names I get right, I get.
That's not a hard name.
Yeah, I know. Plajanos, Shevlin. I'm starting this show is very tested me very much on my speaking skills, but also my pronunciation of people's last names. So I'm getting better at it.
For the record,
Plajanos.
I was the first one who got your name right.
Yes.
I was.
Usually
So-
everyone gets my name wrong and it's 4 letters.
I know.
No one ever says Reyna.
Yeah,
They
they're always
go
like
Reyna.
Rita. I'm like, where do you get Rita from that?
I like to.
Dude, people say plug anus when they see my name.
That's before they see your name. though.
I like to acknowledge
Oh,
Don
snap.
because he said very positive, empowering questions, and he was made us comfortable and very positive throughout.
Yeah, it was
Thank
Really?
you. Thank
I
you, guys.
mean
Yes,
that.
I appreciate that.
And all of you, thank you, all of you, but especially.
Thank you, and appreciate everybody for coming out. Remember to watch all the shows here on GovsRadio.com, Monday through Friday and Saturday and Sunday. This show's coming up on Sunday now, too. So keep on that. And remember, if you want to see live stand-up comedy, come to Governor's Comedy Club, Brokerage, or the McGuire's, and catch live comedy, because the best place to see stand-up comedy is to see it live and see it here. You see guys like Neil. and you see Helene Witt, and you see Rich Reyna, and Jeff Bosey, and Andrew Plajanos. They're all here, folks. and Sarah over here, she's going to film it all and put us in movies.
That's right.
And then we can go on the radio show with Knock 'em Dead. See, so it's all a big community of fun. So anyway, I want to say thank you, everybody. Remember to follow us on YouTube and Facebook. Put Up, Shut Up, Stand Up. And also, if you're interested in being on the show, go to putupshutup@gmail.com and just let us know you want to be on the show. Give me a little reel, and we'll get you set up. So look, thank you, everybody. Have a great night, and always be funny. Yes, peace.